Wait. Me. I'm doing my vocal exercises. Da 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 da. Ba 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 ba. Hello guys, hello. Happy Monday, Moon Day, Digi Monday. It's Digi Monday. Hello. How you guys doing? Hide the cars! What cars? Wait, what are you guys doing? What do you have in your pocket, huh? You guys just take an entire car out of your non-existent pockets. Show me your paws. Show them. Yeah, Digi Monday. A knife. My knife. No. Hello guys. Hello. How you guys doing? I just watched the Final Fantasy IX video and now I'm like listening to the music of it. I'm like, oh man, I should play Final Fantasy IX again. But let's see who we got here. We got Seribot, our rock. Hello, hello. Folky got your sticker. Hello, Gojikins. Hello, Station. Hello. Hello, Ghosty. Hello. You guys all got your stickers. Beeplebees. Hello. Sneef. Snorf. First. Sneef. Snorf. Emolge Rin. Hello. Something Bodhi. Hello. You got your stickers. You're dancing, and you're exploding, as is tradition. I hope teacher did her vocal exercises. I totally did. Me. Let's see. Viviar Beloved, oh my gosh. I watched a video about Ozma. For those who've played Final Fantasy IX, it's just a video that like ended up on my feed. It was like all the secrets of Ozma. Like the secret boss, or sorry, spoiler alert. Like there's like a secret like optional boss in FF9. I think I beat it before, but man, I love Final Fantasy IX. I'm just listening to and now you guys are gonna be listening to the music too. But yeah, that's what I'm feeling right now. Hides my GT Spirit Porsche 911 RSR 964 Grand Prix White inside my stomach. It's like Beeplebees is like suspiciously car-shaped. Alright, let me put my tracking on, and you guys will also get to listen to the sweet, sweet, dulcet tones of Nobuo Uematsu from Final Fantasy IX. Give me a second. Alright, let's get to class. Hello. Hello, everyone. It's me, Babinka Bear, your local Sun Bear art history teacher, educational streamer, and Final Fantasy IX enjoyer. And look, there's a picture on the board. There's a picture. Can you determine what it is? It's coming right at you. Also, this music though, this music, I love it. I think this is the one that happens when you are doing that sword fight. I just love sulfuric acid. This is the song that plays when you're doing that sword fight minigame, like at the very beginning of the game, I think. The one where it's like you and blank. They're just like, all right, we gotta make this convincing. Let's do a sword fight, main character son. Press X. Now circle, triangle, square, and then you always, or at least I always, you always miss one. Literally, you could get like, you get like, you know, 49 out of 50 commands correct, and it's just like, run it again. Run it again. We must follow the rat kid, exactly. Digi Monday, to Digi Tuesday, with Digi Wednesday, the Digi Thursday, for Digi Friday, so Digi Saturday, so Digi Sunday. Always follow the rat kid. Follow that rat kid. Digi December. Hello, Matthew. Hello. You can definitely tell that I did not, in fact, do my vocal exercises because I'm already getting a raspy. There you go. It's coming right at you, the drawing. Rat! We are the rats! Is this the... Wait, what song is this? I thought it was the Game Over. Is this not the Game Over song? Right? Rat. By the way, I am live to Dinka today. I'm live to Dinka because Beans bought something to make the Wi-Fi better. I don't know the specifics of it, but somehow the Wi-Fi is better. And if you'll recall, the way that I do my tracking is via an old iPhone, but it's only connected not through wire, but through Wi-Fi. So whenever my model does that thing where it's like, and I'm like, you hear me talking, and then suddenly out of nowhere, I'm just like, it's because of like a slight, thank you for the pet Ghosty. It's because of like a slight, you know, lag in the Wi-Fi. You know, like the Wi-Fi is spotty. So hopefully we're gonna see. We're gonna see. Maybe that's not gonna happen anymore. But who knows? Place your bets. Place your bets. Just wait until you see me go like, ha! An extender or an access point. I'm not sure. It's like a... You know what? The box is on the floor. AX3000? Does that... Does that ring a bell? Let me read the box. It's an access point. It's an access point. That's what he did. You're just feeling extra intense. Exactly, exactly. Especially like mid-conversation. I'm just like, I will always bet on network issues. It really might just be network issues, and maybe the access point won't won't help in that regard. But so far so good. AX3000 is a Wi-Fi 6 router. Yeah, whatever that means. All I know is Wi-Fi better. Wi-Fi better now. So we'll see. For now, everything looks smooth, right? Life to Dinka, she is smooth. Speaking of my model, you guys might have noticed, or might have not. If not, it's totally okay. I'll tell you guys. But I've been making some changes to the Discord. I've reduced the amount of channels. I've put them into different categories. I've also updated my wardrobe so you guys can see. Oh, she's coming right at you. The drawing's coming right at you. But yeah, like the Discord, exactly, Ghosty. By the way, before I start talking about the Discord, there's a new book out that I think you guys should check out. Bear, you got your sticker. Elsa, hello. Get your sticker. Summon the cats. She also rewrote history and cleaned the lake. I did. I finally cleaned the lake. There's a lake? Because it's when was there a lake? By the way, there is a new book out written by Outermost Ghost. I'm really excited to talk about it. Ghosty, who was already, prior to this, was already a published author. Give us a fun fact. Hold on. Let me get my topics in order. Outermost Ghost over here wrote a book. Oh god, we're flooded. I'm sure you guys heard the crisp sound of a can opening right when the school flooded. Very convenient. Yeah, Outermost Ghost, who's already a published author leading up to this. She wrote the awesome novel. I haven't read it yet, but I've listened to some previews, or I think like the trailer for it. Vedi? Yeah, they've already written a book. She's already written a book, but now she's come out with a new release. It's called Erasing Emma. I had the pleasure of beta reading it. And man, I loved it. I loved it so much. So I'm actually really excited to read the full version. Or the version with like some adjustments made to it. I'm really excited, but this book was just released as a nice little Christmas present from Outermost Ghost to her fans. So when you can, I think it is published. If you don't mind, Ghosty, letting the Bean Cubs know where they can attain such an awesome book. But yeah, I just wanted to promote that because like I've had the pleasure of reading it. I really like it. If you like stories, without spoiling it, I guess like character development in a certain direction. But if you like, let's see, like, I don't want to spoil anything. That's the thing. I don't want to spoil anything. The setting is like pretty sci-fi. I'll start with that, like sci-fi setting. But IMO, like the big emphasis is more on like the characters. The way that the characters are written, I can only sing praises, you know? I've fallen in love with these characters. The ebook is live. Oh, Matthew, thank you. You can get it on Amazon or you can get it on Patreon. Nice. Those links are in the chat. You know what? Let's pin that. If you like stories, exactly. If you like stories, you should check this out. Exactly. Now let me catch up on chat. Let's see. I did rewrite history and clean the lake, and then Matthew gave a shout out to Gosi as well. She was last playing Link to the Past. And then beeplebees, you wanted me to give you a fun fact on the deep sea fish Macruronus Nova Zelandiae. You got it. Just give me a second to find my thoughts about this thing that I totally know about and not copy paste into my projector screen. Oh no! I'm just kidding. The blue grenadier? I know nothing about the blue grenadier. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I do think it looks quite neat. I do think that it looks quite neat. I, as a bear, would probably eat it. That's what I can say about that. Fun fact. I'd probably eat it, assuming that it is edible. Did you eat a cold lump of poison? I did not yet at least. Some poisson. Hello, Bear. Hello. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm chilling. You know, technically I'm on like the clock at work still. Not right now. It's like after 5 already. But like these next 2 weeks, technically I'm supposed to be working every day except for Christmas Day and New Year's Day. But let's be real. I'm not actually going to be working. Don't tell my boss. Actually, my boss took his vacation time. So you could tell him. He'll probably be like, yeah, she should be using her vacation time. Let's see. Babatter. Yeah, that's the drawing that I have here. Take a look at the little babatter. There you go. I'll make it full size. Very menacing. Would you trust that face? I know I would. Let's see. And then let's see. Matthew had shared the links. So do check out Erasing Emma. It's actually the first book in a series. And I'm pretty excited for the subsequent editions. I'm pretty excited. Very character development. Yeah, much narrative. Yeah. I was too busy freezing. It's okay. No worries. The fact that it is very hard to spell. Fish Fish are not real, but birds are government spies. It's true, you know. It's true. Have you guys ever actually seen a fish? No, because I ate it. Because it all belongs to me. If you see a fish in the wild, it's not real. But you should also take it and give it to me. Yum, yum, yum. This music kind of like fits with me trying to convince you guys to give me fish. So you can trust me. Trust me with all the fish. Make it go into the deep sea to get endangered fish. Oh no, is it endangered? Oh no. Well, if it ever gets not endangered, I will eat it. I'm the reason they're endangered. No, I can't even say that. Epically modest, hello, hello. How you doing? We will squeal, but to the wrong boss. To not your boss. You go to like a random like company, a random like business, like an Office Depot or something, and it's like, do you know that Babinko Bear is slacking off on the job? And they're like, who? Oh my god, a talking possum! The face of evil. I'll tell Goji's mom. Yeah. But yeah, check out Ghosty's books. They are awesome. I'm telling my boss on you. This bear that I watched, this bear who has eggnog on her head, she is slacking off on the job. Report her. Report her to the higher authorities. And the higher authorities is just this guy. It's just this guy. Just Mr. Pancakes. What mic do you use? I'm thinking about getting a new one. I'm pretty sure the one I have is faulty. It always sounds awful no matter what I do. Oh no! I have an off... I don't know if I would call it an off-brand. Because everyone gets like the Yeti, right? I have one called the Bigfoot. Like literally that's what it's called, but you might have more luck. Excuse me. You might have more luck trying to find one called the Behringer. I'll spell it out here. But whenever I like connect to anything, it says Bigfoot. So look for Behringer Bigfoot. I got it as a Christmas present. I want to say 2 years ago. I want to say 2023. And yeah, it's called the Bigfoot because it is supposed to kind of be like a parody or like a nod to Blue Yeti, right? They're both these like, you know, what's it called? Cryptids, right? These cryptid simians. The last time I had eggnog, Goji's dad gave it to me and he put rum in it! Only slightly spiked. Did you like it though? Did you like it? Because I'm actually more partial to non-alcoholic eggnog. I'm more partial to that. I just love the sweet taste. I'm not one to be like, oh, let's get the boozy woozy eggnog, you know. The last time I liked like a milky alcoholic drink, I used to think I liked Kahlua, but to be honest, I don't think I really like Kahlua that much. My drink of choice was rum chata with milk tea. That was like my go-to back during the younger Binka days. I had a small Yeti a long time ago, but I was using the Elgato. Oh, sorry, give me a second. The Elgato Wave 3, but man, it's bad. Oh no, that's a Squatch. You have a Squatch? Goji and I use Behringer mixers and cheap mics. It was good. He only put a tiny bit of spice rum. I see. You got the legally distinct anime mic. Exactly. It's the Bigfoot. You know, and it serves me just fine. I have gotten comments on it like during my work meetings, my like online work meetings, where they're like, oh, you got a podcast mic, you got a podcast? And I'm like, no. I have no hobbies whatsoever that you should ever look into. Ever. Don't ever look into a Filipino bear. Ever. I got some Fireball and rum chata today because I saw the video saying they taste like Cinnamon Toast Crunch together. Ooh, do tell me if that is the case. It just tasted like alcohol. I love that. I do, rum chata though, rum chata. If there is a way to like make the taste of alcohol not be as strong, I would be down for it. There was, oh my gosh, I forgot what it was called. I had this friend in the Filipino club. He wasn't Filipino, but we also have like a lot of non-Filipinos in the club too, in our organization. But he loved the Filipino community. But I do remember that he always brought this alcohol. I wish I remember what it was called, but I swear it tasted like cake. But I'm not talking about the like vodka that has all these different funky flavors. Like there's this, I forgot what kind of vodka it is, but it has like whipped cream vodka or like cake vodka or cherry vodka, and it all tasted like trash. Like it all tasted terrible. It was like a liqueur, I guess, that actually tasted like cake. Because I am one of those people that like, I don't like the taste of alcohol, actually. I like the taste of something sweet or something that covers up the taste of alcohol. Like a Midori sour and stuff like that. So when I had this like cake liqueur, it was like, oh, there's a game changer here. McDonald's Mike. I just wanted to sound good. Loud sweating. That moment when you meet the IRS guy that you've been leaving your US tax status, and he looks at your setup and goes, "What's up? What's your podcast?" So I had to explain VTubing to the IRS. Oh no. So anyway, I'm a purple bear on the internet. And I talk to my adoring students, none of which who commit crimes at all, none of which who, you know, steal cars and consume them. And then your like IRS agent is just like, the what? I was just asking about the mic. I don't want your life story. Your weird ass life story. not the music kicking in right when I said that. Extra legal activity. Exactly. No crimes that we could be legally charged for anyway. Exactly. I mean, wait, you guys shouldn't be doing crimes in the first place. Alright, you know what I want to listen to? I want to listen to the battle theme of FF9. You guys ready? Now imagine this, Cubs. You are walking in the forest. You're walking in the forest, and then you come upon a bear, and you hear this. Shia LaBeouf. What was the name of that song? Actual Cannibal Shia LaBeouf. A couple days ago, I remembered mixing Fireball and vanilla ice cream. Tried it earlier and the alcohol overpowered the sweetness. No! Not a single witness. It's not a crime if no one catches you. There you go. Even if they do come, what are they gonna do? Arrest a sweet little treat? We're not bound by human law. I mean, that is true. Up until you see, like... Wait, I realize I have some powers here. I can... There you go. Oh no, it's too big. It's you guys have like little arms here. There's like handcuffs, but like they very obviously don't fit over... They don't fit over your like non-existent arms. They're just like hanging off of you. They like attempt to arrest you, the coppers. They attempted, but they fail. Bam, bam, bam. There we go. You guys stay cute. So we eat the handcuffs. Remember, kids, if you are forbidden to spill blood, make sure to burn the bodies. That and apparently is it still the strat? Not that I would know, but like, is it still the strat to like hide a body under like a tree or something like that? Like especially like a protected species of tree. Pig strat. Oh yeah, pig strat, that too. Wait, we should not be talking about this. We should not be talking about this. This is a place of learning. This is a place of learning, not crimes, but art history and Digimon. All the things that, and dinosaurs occasionally. And Final Fantasy IX. They just put one cuff around our whole body in the way that we squish like a stress ball. It's pig strat now? Okay, and we're learning how to hide a body. This is educational. And dinosaurs. Yeah, exactly. Yes, learning crimes. Oh, you guys are too crime addicted. Crime pilled, as the kids say. Speaking of food, I mean, speaking of eating handcuffs, I mean, speaking of food, I mean, speaking of eating dinosaurs. Dun, 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 dun. Let's guess some foods. Not get, but guess. Let's guess some foods for today, and then we'll there is more that I want to yap about, especially regarding like the changes I've been making to the Discord and whatnot. But yeah, I wanna warm up with some food guesser. We're gonna use the break to walk down the hallway menacingly, snapping our fingers. Oh no! Like those wait, what were the names of the groups again? And was it the Sharks and the Jets or something? In wherever that reference is from. Wait a minute, what fingers? What fingers are you snapping? I need to send you a screenshot, Binka. Of a dino? Yes, please. Benny and the Jets. Yeah, the Sharks and the Jets. And they're just they're just singing at each other aggressively. The huh and the wha? Me when I'm huh? I'm wha? Wait, now I wanna... It's West Side Story, right? The Sharks and the Jets. Yeah, it's West Side Story. Is that the one with I want to live in America? I remember watching it like... I forget if it was like history class or dance class in like high school. I do remember watching it though, and I remember like being addicted to that song. I want to live in America. The huh? The what? Me when I'm huh? I'm what? That was one of my favorite things to say when I was like in college with like my Filipino club. Like we would Beans refers to it as like NPC dialogue. Like we would just constantly just talk to each other in Vine memes and like other such references. And like the me when I'm huh was like a popular one for a while. It was like we would just like, you know, greet each other with like me when I'm huh? I'm what? And then the other person would also respond like, I'm what? Like, we found some fingers some guy wasn't using. Mama Pops made us watch that one repeatedly. Strangely, I don't hate the West Side Story like I do Grease. Ooh, that's good to know. Because I was an extra in Grease. Not the movie, but in my high school's production of it. I was Dancer B, number B. I was one of the ladies or angels or whatever that sang like Beauty School Dropout. So it's somewhat close to my heart, but I'm not gonna be out here defending it. I'm not gonna be like, oh, Ghosty, you don't like Grease? This is how very nah. I'm not like married to it. Not the movie. The Industrial Byproduct. Yeah, I was actually an extra in that. It's like the next time you see like a you know, a can of grease, there's just me on it. Greasy bear, I'm not greasy. I take a shower every day. I go to the river every day. I wash my hair out, you know. How else am I, how else do you think I'm balancing this cool thing of eggnog on it? Oh, I love this battle theme too. It's like when you fight a really strong, like, mini-boss. Bow, 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 bow. There was like a mini-boss. I think it's in like a grotto or something where like this music plays and then like the boss always like kind of sways to the music. I don't know if it's intentional or not, but when it does that bow, 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 he's like holding a lantern and he's like swaying the lantern in tune. I was an unwilling theater kid. Ah, I see. Did you also have to do the Unique New York? And I was a very model of a modern major general. And other such hits. Your bog standard can of grease with Bink on the label, so you know it's of quality. It's bear quality, actually. Is FF9 your favorite? Yeah. I'd say that it's definitely one of my favorite games of, like, all time. And, like, sometimes there's this thing happens where like I haven't played a video game in like a certain video game in a very long time, and I'll look back on it and be like, was it actually that good? Did I really like it? As like, does it warrant me saying that it's like the best game of all time? I feel this way with certain anime too. Well, where like it'll be years since I've watched it, and I'll be like, was it really that good, or was I just caught up like in the moment? And then I'll rewatch it, or in the case of video games, I'll replay it. Or I'll like consume some kind of media relating to it and I'll be like, oh yeah, that was actually like a really good series. Cause I just watched a video of like one of the secret bosses in Final Fantasy IX, and this person was going over like a lot of theories that relate to like the world building of FF9, and I was like, oh, it was such a good plot. Like it is one of those memes with Final Fantasy where it's like you start off doing something simple, like You know, like, oh, we gotta go get tickets to this play. And then by the end of the game, you're like fighting God. But I will say that I feel like the escalation is done a bit better in certain ways, but I will also say that the very last boss of FF9 does kind of come out of nowhere, but thematically it makes sense. I dare say that thematically the last boss of FF9 makes sense, but it's also like when you first fight it, it's like, who are you? But that's all I'm willing to say, other than the fact that I just love FF9. It's sitting on your table with the flat matted grease fur. FF9 is such a solid choice. Yeah, I love it. Even the characters, man. The character, like Vivi's story, Garnet's story, Eiko. I remember being like obsessed when I first played FF9 and trying to find every single secret. And I was one of those people that was like, I know, I'm not gonna say which character, but like, I know this character's real name. Because I did the thing where you have to go around that little rotunda 9 times. Like first counterclockwise and then clockwise or something like that. I did like all the things, and I remember learning about it from like game facts, right? Like game FAQs back when like or I can't even say back when, because the guys are still kind of like this, when you had like the ASCII art and you had to like go through essentially like a WordPad document and like, you know, follow that in order to like find your secrets. Bog standard, more like bear standard. Binko bear standard, it's true. I was obsessed with Vivi's design. Those, like, I won't say like what he is in case there are people who want to play it, but like his whole like storyline and the people that kind of resemble him, that was just really cool. Really well done. Didn't it get remastered recently? I'm actually not sure. I know that it has gotten remastered, I just don't know how recently. I do know that like if it ever gets remade, I want to say I'd be down to play it again, but if they do the same thing that they did with FF7, where it's just a completely different genre, I don't know. I don't know if I would, because I didn't really give FF7 Remake a chance, because it's like, oh, this isn't turn-based anymore. My reflexes aren't what they ever were, or what they used to be. Steiner's math. Let's see, math? My boy Vivi goes through so much. Oh my gosh, yes. Yes. Oh, this is the game over music. We love our sweet, sweet boy. I love Vivi. I love Vivi. And I remember being pretty shocked when I heard Vivi's, or like, I guess a version of Vivi's voice in Kingdom Hearts, was it 2? And being like, that's what Vivi sounds like? I don't know what I imagined in my head, but it definitely wasn't that. But then again, in Kingdom Hearts 2, isn't that like not Vivi or something? I forget. I forget what it was. I just remember being so hyped with like Kingdom Hearts having like Final Fantasy characters too, where it's like, oh, Selphie and Waka and Waka and Tidus interacting with Donald Duck. Like, I was able to finish FF9 when I was younger, too busy on no-lifing FF7. I do also love FF7. I will say that I've only played... I haven't played 6 yet. Oh, what have I played? I think I played FF4 relatively recently, like only a couple years ago. FF9 was my first Final Fantasy, and then I went to... I want to say... I think I did reverse order. I did 7? No. I did 8 and then 7. I do like both of them. And then afterwards I did 10, and 10 was like my first PS2 game, and I remember just being like in awe of like the graphics for FF10. I played FF10 too, and then nothing else until like FF14, like a couple of years back. Let's see. I think I remember watching Saku play it. It is 60% off at the moment. Oh! I feel like I might already have it though, knowing me and how much I love the game. I might already have it. I may or may not be a Turks Shinra apologist. Shocking, I know. I mean, that is such a good group though. Like, character-wise, like, I don't know, like, they feel like so much more than just like mooks, you know? Like, like the guards, get him, you know? There are a lot of FF9 plans floating around. It seems like most or all of them are either cancelled or on the back burner. Yeah, I do know. I feel like Square Enix is well aware that, like, it's a cult classic. But also, like, is it enough of a cult classic that's gonna get them money? So yeah, I do know that FF14 has some 9 references, right? I do know that you have like Zidane's outfit. And I think Ozma is like a pet, right? The mega powerful secret boss of FF9 is like a pet that you can like, you know, have following you around. I don't know if I'm recalling that correctly. But yeah, I did see that some of the little guys and Owen were playing FF14 the other day. It's fun to watch. Alas, I don't know if I'll ever come back to it. I just don't have enough time in the day. But it's always seemed like a solid enough game. Sounds like an FF14 thing, true? Yeah. Bam, bam, bam. But I do also remember liking 8. I just don't remember as much of the plot. I do remember that there's floating schools. I do remember I was, oh my god, how old was I when I first played it? I want to say like either young teens or preteens, and I remember that was the first time I saw swearing in a video game. Because there's a scene, I won't say which one, but there's a scene where like a mature character is talking to a character that he used to be very close with, and he's like, sorry, Cubs, I'm gonna swear right now, but it's a quote, where he says like, damn it, you son of a bitch! And I remember reading that, because it's not like, there isn't any like voiced audio in FF8. You're just reading it, and I just remember being like, oh, he said a no word. There were strong rumors of a remaster, and then there were plans for a Netflix series that I think was supposed to be a sequel, but that one got canceled. A sequel. I feel like the FF9 story is like, although there are ways that you could see a sequel, I feel like it's already such a nicely like wrapped package, you know? It's like how I reacted when I found out that there's gonna be a Toy Story 4. It's like Toy Story 3 ended pretty well, you know? Like that was a pretty good send-off. Why keep adding to it? Because money, right? Oh, this is like the overworld theme, isn't it? Mom Pa's made us sell FF7 because Barrett said down. Oh no! Yeah, I think there is also like more mature content in well, not super mature. No one's like, you know, screwing in 7 as far as I remember, but there is some interesting like things that happen. You know what? There is a boob. There is a boob in 7, I do remember now. But it's not, like, sexy. It's not... Unless you're the kind of person that grew up to be into, like, monsters and stuff. But, like, when you see the context in which there is a boob, it's like... for many lay people, it's not sexy. It's more horrifying than anything. Yes, Matthew, yeah, exactly. Cloud does beat his girlfriend. Oh, no! This cross-dressing strip clubs attempted forced child having. Yeah. 7 boobs be like. Monsters, you say? Tifa's square boobs, like Laura Croft. But I also remember liking the theming. I feel like the theming of, like, 7 and 9, I wish I could remember more of 8, a little bit more. But the theming is very, like, connected in a way. This whole idea of, like, caring about the world around us because we are essentially of that world, you know? 9 was so good though, yeah. Definitely one of my favorites. 10 is also really good. I think 10 also has that theming of like, you know, give a hoot about our world, you know? Or else the world's gonna freaking kill you. But I don't know, also the aesthetic. The aesthetic of 10 is also really cool. I do like that no characters are like symmetrical at all in 10, right? Like, I'm looking at the cover art for 9, and, like, arguably there is, like, a lot of symmetry in the character designs, but with, like, very slight asymmetry. Like, Steiner has, like, a sword on one side. I think Zidane's design has, like, a lot of asymmetry. But then when you compare it to FF10, no character has, like, perfect symmetry. I think, you could argue, like, Yuna, but she has the, what is it? Heterophobia? Heterochromia. And then I think Lulu technically as well, but like if you look at her all 50,000 of her belt buckles, like, for sure that's not asymmetrical. I think everyone else has like very clear like asymmetry in their design, right? I'm trying to remember. Like Tidus definitely. Waka has like the arm shield thing. I think Riku's also has like a good amount of asymmetry. I'm trying to remember. Who else? Oh, Kimari? Does he have asymmetry in his design? Okay, let me take a look at Kimari again. Kimari Ronso. And the fact that he doesn't like talk for a while. Yeah, he does have asymmetry. It's his like arm guards. She's terrified of straight couples. Oops, all belts. Heterophobia. The asymmetry in Steiner isn't his design, but absolutely out of his league relationship he pulls. That's crazy. I did ship it though. Like him and Beatrix, that was like a really cute one. But agreed. It's like, whoa, okay. Let's see. Kimari definitely has asymmetry. Let me see Riku's design again. And I remember FF10 came out around the same time that Kingdom Hearts came out. So I was like, oh, which Riku are you talking about? Riku or Rikuku? Oh yeah, Riku has like a lot of asymmetry. Like she has like a holster on one of her legs. Her arm guards are different. Oddly enough, I feel like she has more symmetry in her design in her FF10-2 design. But then she has like all that hair, you know? Dang, now I want to listen to FF10. But I don't know, the music for FF9 is so good. It's so good. Shippers 8 good with 7 and 9. Yeah, yes. There was a little bit of like, you know, tension with 7. It's like, you know, a lot of like, oh, which one? Which one are you gonna pick? Which one? Are you gonna pick Aerith or Barrett? You know? No, just kidding. I love Tifa as well. Who are you gonna pick? Who are you gonna pick, you know? Red 13 or Reno and Rude? There we go. There you go. That was just 7 was like good training grounds for, you know, if you grew up as like a millennial. Yuffie Barrett, yeah, there you go. He loves eco terror. There you go. That's why he's the best choice, you know. But I feel like since we're talking about like the Turks and Shinra, that was like good training grounds for like being a shipper, you know. Yuffie is trash level. Ooh, we're getting spicy now. I feel like I would like Yuffie more if I played 7 first, but I just felt like she reminded me too much of Riku. Oh no, wait, what order did I say that I played it in? I think the actual order was 9 and then 10 and then 8, 7. And then I played not 6. I haven't played 6 yet. I think I played 4? 4 is like one of the 2D ones, but it had like a remaster with like, I don't know, really awesome CG stuff. Wrote so much Turks fanfiction. No more picking give me polycules or give me death! Yuffie was a literal child, but when I played FF7, so was I. That's me with Digimon. Like, me shipping all the Digimon characters, it's like, what are you doing shipping these, like, 10-year-olds together? And it's like, first of all, they get aged up eventually, and second of all, I was 10. I was 10 when I first watched Digimon. But what if Kate's... That's the one that I was trying to think of. I was like, what was the name of the guy on the Moogle? I know that Kate Sith is like how a Bear American like me would pronounce it, but it's like Irish, right? How do you... Like, Kachi or something? I forgot like the actual Irish pronunciation. It's just why people do Vincent Yuffie ship. He's literally Hojo's age. Yeah, well, I remember he was interesting to me because of the whole, like, he was so goth that, like, I think a lot of people thought that he was a vampire, right? Because when you first see him, he comes out of, like, a coffin, and he also has, like, the red and black imagery with, like, the long hair. It's almost very, like, Alucard from Hellsing. So, like, but doesn't he also have... I didn't play any of, like, the side games where it's, like, his storyline, but doesn't he have, like, a wife or something? A lost Lenore? Is her name Lenore? He is also a very pretty man. Yeah, that too. I never got what was wrong with shipping kid characters as long as you're not getting weird with it. IRL people ship their children and nobody thinks anything of it. True, beeplebees, true. No, exactly. Yeah, and like I said, my excuse is that, like, I aged with the Digimon characters. When they were 10, I was also 10. You know? And I wasn't thinking of, like, you know, sex and stuff. I was thinking about who would hold hands and maybe kiss, you know? Lucretia, yeah, Lucretia. I remember it was like a very like kind of gothic sounding name, right? It was like, was it Lenore or because I know that's like an Edgar Allan Poe thing. Was Hojo's wife and Sephiroth's bio mom? Yeah. Oh my god, it's all coming back to me. Oh my gosh, it's all coming back to me. Because yeah, there was also like that weird connection with like Genova. I thought I was about to say Jehovah. Genova and like what she was. I remember looking at the Wikipedia article for that and being like, whoa. Like, that and same energy but completely different Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy X, Yunalesca. Yunalesca, like her boss fight reminded me so much of Genova. Or I think vice versa, right? Wait, was it 10? Yeah, it was 10, Yunalesca. Because I remember, like, I think the thing with Final Fantasy 9 and 10 is that I was pretty young when they came out. And of course I didn't buy it right when it came out. I bought it when my dad was able to rent it for me at Blockbuster. And I remember there were certain parts that I think I had my dad do because they were too hard or I was too scared. And I think the Yunalesca fight was one of them because if you don't know anything about the game without spoiling too much, that boss fight starts off with like a very cute sexy gal and then quickly becomes like a not sexy like situation. She has like a second form and it's like kind of terrifying, and I remember being a kid and being like, I don't want to do this boss battle. So I think I gave it to my dad to play for me. And the funny thing is, like, I don't know how much better he would have been at those games, like, compared to me, since I was the one learning all the mechanics and stuff. And I'm just, like, randomly giving him the controller, being like, alright, you do it. And I feel like, did he not just, like, brute force it, you think? I didn't get far in 10 because the voices confused me. I got upset that they had voice acting. Fair. Fair, because I think that was, like, the first one that had voice acting. But they never said Tidus's name. Because they assumed that the player character would like rename themselves and they didn't want to like limit, you know, what you could name yourself as. So they never said Tidus's name, and I remember lots of people would call him Titus because it sounds like the name Titus, right? But it wasn't until Kingdom Hearts where they confirmed that the pronunciation was Tidus. But I think if you understood and read like Japanese, you would have already known because the way that his name was pronounced, like the katakana, or yeah, I think the katakana for it would have been like Chidasu. So I don't remember where, but I remember reading somewhere that like Tidus's name is pronounced Tidus, and then everyone would say Titus, and I'd be like, no, that's not the name, that's not the name. And it wasn't until like Kingdom Hearts that I felt like vindicated. I am selfish. I swear I'm right. Titis. Titties. We haven't done our food guesser. Also, here's Riku from Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy X. Food guesser. All right, let's do this. Let's do this. I am selfish. I am right. I swear I'm right. Swear I knew it. Ooh, this looks good. Potatoes, cream, milk, garlic, butter, salt, pepper, nutmeg, cheese, and breadcrumbs. This feels very, I dare say, Bear American, but also just very like European in general. Creamy, comforting potato casserole. Let's start with Bear America. Cold! Ice cold. To the northeast, you say. Let's try the UK. Hot. Directly south, so French. France. There we go, it's French. Gratin dauphinois. Gratin of the Dauphine. Traditional French dish originating from the Dauphine region. Located in southeastern part of France. Ah, okay. Careful, it has nutmeg! Oh, so is nutmeg more of like a French like ingredient? I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't know much about. I've definitely heard of nutmeg. French! But I'm just not familiar with it as like a seasoning, you know? Chicken, Colombo spice blend, onion, garlic, ginger, thyme, scallions, eggplant, zucchini, potatoes, vegetable oil, lime juice, salt, black pepper, hot pepper, bay leaf, okra, coconut milk, rice. It's a lot of seasoning. I was tempted to say France again because of all the seasoning, but the coconut milk is kind of throwing me off. I associate coconut milk with like Southeast Asia. French dressing. We got 2 citrus here. Yeah, we got the limon and oh, it's lime juice. Okay, lime juice. The limon. Chicken simmered in a vibrant aromatic sauce made with a blend of curry spices, toasted ground rice, garlic, fresh herbs. Ooh. Curry spices. So maybe still Southeast Asia, but also maybe South Asia, like India. Also, I hear schnackery. Give me a second. Okay, schnackery's here. Maybe Caribbean? I feel like something is a key identifier, but that might be bait. Feel free to point it out, because right now I'm like drawing some blanks. Oh, maybe Caribbean. We could try Caribbean. Well, let's guess India first. No, you know what? Let's do Caribbean. Let's do Barbados Slim. Very hot. Yo, good call on the Caribbean, Matthew. Good call. So northwest. Unfortunately, I don't know my Caribbean geography that well. So let's go ahead and get a world map. World map. And let us... There we go. We got our world map here. The Caribbean. So we got the Bahamas. What did I do? Barbados, right? Barbados Slim. Maybe Cuba, Puerto Rico? Let's try Cuba. Chicken Colombo. Oh, warm. Okay, Barbados was a little bit closer. So let's see, Barbados is over here. Saint Lucia, Dominica, Antigua, Barbuda. Let's try Dominica. Yeah, let's try Dominica. Dominica? Very hot, but now to the south. Directly to the south. You think this is Trinidad? Trinidad and Tobago? Oh, still very hot, and now we're going north. We're going all over. It's north. Grenada? This is a hard one. Okay, give me a second. We need like a map specifically of the Caribbean. Okay, this is what we have. Trinidad, so it's north of Trinidad. We did Barbados, and it's south... What did it say? South... No, northwest. And south of Dominica. South of Dominica. St. Lucia, you think? It's either St. Lucia or Grenada. St. Lucia. Oh, is it not? Is St. Lucia not showing up? Hello? Saint? Huh? Oh, here, St. Lucia. No, wait, Guadalupe and Martinique. I actually don't know where that is. That's Caribbean still, right? Where is that? Where is that? I'm actually very, you know, ill-informed of where exactly that is. Oh, Martinique. Martinique is right here. Oh, I see. The Caribbean has had Indian immigration. I'm actually not sure. I'm woefully, like, ill-informed on just, like, anything having to do with the Caribbean. I have a couple of colleagues that are from there, but I don't know them that well, if I'm being honest. And I've seen some cool Caribbean stuff in, like, museum collections as well. But yeah, I'm woefully ill-informed in that regard. So that's one of the first ones that we just didn't get. We just did not get it, but that's okay. Maple syrup, snow crushed ice, wooden sticks. Is it bad? I want to say Canada. Like, is this Canadian? Dish is a sweet confection made by pouring hot maple syrup over freshly packed snow. Cold temperature rapidly cools the syrup, turning it into a soft, sticky candy. Ooh, interesting. Canada? Easy, easy, easy. Maple taffy. Has anyone tried this before? I'm curious. That sounds like it would be like a really sweet treat, but I'm just paranoid because it's like, you know, if it's snow, it's from the outside. Outside is kind of dirty sometimes, you know? To BH, same. I know West Indian is a thing as far as food and culture, but I'm not familiar with it. Yeah. That's Canada! No, wait, I'm sorry. No, you're good. There was like enough of a delay that I already got it, so you're good. It seemed very Canadian, because come on, maple syrup and snow, it feels very quintessentially Canadian. I feel like this is a good makeup from last time where I'm like, oh, I don't know the Caribbean that good. Ah, so we only had 30 this time. Let's do a couple more. Let's do some quick play stuff. I got so excited to see my own country, I just said, no, that's fine. That's totally fine. Feels so Canadian that you think that it's a trick. Exactly. It does feel a little like, you know, am I being tricked here? Because for a second I did think like, oh, maybe this is a Scandinavian country, but there was something about the maple syrup that was like, nah, this feels Canadian. Shrimp. Ooh, cassava. Coconut milk, red palm oil, garlic, onion, tomatoes, bell pepper, cilantro, lime juice, salt, pepper, coconut cream, paprika, coriander, chili pepper. I do like me some cassava. This is one of those things where I'm like, oh, Filipino? But then again, like, cassava isn't necessarily, is it native to the Philippines? I'm familiar with it as a Filipino thing, but I think also parts of the Americas also have that, right? Oh no, not the ad break. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Matthew, for snoozing the ad. Because also shrimp, I was gonna say like shrimp and cassava and coconut milk, those all feel so Filipino. But like, I feel like any coastal or like archipelago like island nation would have something like this. But also, am I overthinking it? Let's put in our first guess. Let's put in the Philippines. Ice cold. Okay, we're going over to the northwest. Northwest? Really? Not the east? Ice cold. So that's like the other side of the world, right? Oh, maybe like coastal Africa? Northwest. Coastal Africa, maybe? Should we try like Morocco? Still cold. Oh, wait, look at that. That looks Portuguese. So we could do Portugal, or we could do... No, actually it says southwest from Morocco. Should we do Brazil? Vai Brasil. Brazilian? Yeah, it's Brazilian. Vai Brasil. See, you use fresh snow. I've had it. It's so good. Ooh, okay. Oh yeah, fresh snow sounds like it wouldn't be, you know, because to me that sounds like, or maybe it's because I'm so used to really crappy environmental, environmental circumstances, but it's like, oh no, you're eating like snow from outside? Snow that people could have like stepped on and peed on and all that stuff? We would do maple taffy at school in younger grades. Oh wait, that's so cool. It was invented by indigenous people in Canada. Oh, that's so cool. Nice. So they would get like the sap out of like the maple trees and stuff. That sounds pretty cool. I knew the language looked familiar. Big Ham giving me the Portuguese knowledge little by little. I love that. I think she's back, right? From her travels. Vai Brasil. Okay, let's see the next one. Oh, that's shumai, isn't it? You know, that's just shumai? But the thing is, a lot of countries have their own version of shumai, including the Philippines. But let's do China first. Cold. Oh, no, wait. The thing is, a lot of different cultures have their own version of like something that resembles a dumpling. Cause like Russia has this too. Beans' family has this too. Borders Russia. Oh, that's kind of dangerous though. Russia's like kind of huge. Let's try, let's see. That's either Xiaolongbao or Kling Kili, which could be Georgia. Everybody got a dumpling. Yeah, everybody got a dumpling. Wait, what is this? That looks like pelmeni, which is like the like, you know, Slavic version. Let's try, or maybe borders. Let's try Ukraine. Oh wait, where does it say? Let's try Ukraine. Warm. Let's try Georgia. You got it. You got it, Sotenbori. You got it. Kinkali from Georgia. It's a traditional dumpling from Georgia. Oh, you know what? The description even said Caucasus, right? You misspelled it? That's fine. That's fine. But yeah, just as Gojikins said, everyone has their own version of a dumpling, right? You know, you got your Xiaolongbao, you got your shumai, you got your shopao, you got your pelmeni, you got your there's so in like Russian Slavic culture, there's also like, rather than these smaller, tinier dumplings, they also have a giant, like one big dumpling called a monti. It's also pretty good. Everyone got meat plus flour. Exactly. Exactly. That's just, wait, is that just carrots? Carrot, garlic, onion, oil, sugar, salt, vinegar, coriander, black pepper, red pepper flakes, soy sauce, sesame seeds, fresh herbs. Julienne, a large amount of carrots mixed with salt, let sit, squeeze out the excess moisture. This would, like, not really be... Oh, interesting. This would probably not really be my cup of tea, because I usually don't like carrots that much. Especially, like, raw carrots, but... or uncooked carrots, but... it's even one of those things that I put in my dislikes when I was first doing my, like, VTuber debut, right? That, like, I don't like olives or carrots. But... I went to a friend's miss party recently, and oh, let's dismiss that ad break as well. And she made roasted carrots, and that was the first time I was like, "Oh my god, that's good! that's real good." Korea, you guys are thinking Korean for sure, like a quick pickle. That's some banchan. I didn't want to like judge immediately just off the fact that the picture has someone that looks like they're East Asian. Cause is it pickled? Let marinate for a few. Oh, yeah. So it's like kimchi in a way, right? Korea. Oh, it's cool. They're saying northwest. So if it was warm, I wanted to say Mongolia. Russia, you think? Oh my god, it's a lot. it's a lot. It's a lot of like former Soviet Union ones. Belarus, Kyrgyzstan, Armenia, Georgia, Uzbekistan. Hey, that's where Beans is from. Estonia, Moldova, Azerbaijan, Tajikistan, Latvia, Kazakhstan, Russia, Lithuania, Ukraine, and Turkmenistan. It's Morkovcha. Interesting. All right, next round. Sounds good, but that pic does not have a single seasoning on it. Yeah, I think that's why I was like, that's just chopped carrots. Hey, yo, this looks like arroz caldo, but a little bit different. Fava beans, onions, garlic, tomato paste, peas, broad beans, spinach, salt, pepper, water, oil, parsley, pasta, and couscous. Tiny pasta-like beads with broad beans and fava beans, saute onions and garlic. I want to say European or maybe even like Middle Eastern? What is fava beans like native to? Because the only context in which I've heard fava beans is I'll have some fava beans with a nice Chianti. Right from Silence of the Lambs. Also known as a Korean carrot salad. That's so bait! That's how they get you. This looks like a porridge that you would have in the Philippines when you're sick, like arroz caldo, right? But a little bit different. So let's see if is this United Kingdom maybe? Warm to the southeast, maybe Balkans again. Our friend the Balkans. Let's see, couscous. Let's see Turkey. You think Turkey would have it? Also warm. Couscous. Do you think it comes from the word couscous? Warm, and we're to the west. Let's see. I think we said, what did we say first? We said UK, and then we said Turkey. So it's kind of in the middle? Should we go like, maybe Hungarian? Hungary? No, to the southwest this time. It's all warm. It's all very lukewarm. Italy? Italia. Hot. Feeling hot, hot, hot. This is our last guess. This is our last guess, and it's to the south, directly to the south. There's Libya, Tunisia. Ooh. Let's do... If it was Libya or Tunisia, I feel like it would say borders, right? Bam. Bam, bam. Bam. Let's do Libya. Let's do Libya. Let's just see. Libya? Oh, it's... What? It's Malta. It's one of the islands off the coast of Italy. We didn't get it. We didn't get it. It kind of reminds me of matzo ball soup. Looks yummy. It does look yummy. Yeah, I agree. This is our last one. Ooh, that also looks yummy. Ground beef, onions, garlic, tomato paste, salt, black pepper, red pepper flakes, ground cumin, eggplant, olive oil, tomatoes, parsley, crushed red pepper flakes. Sounds spicy. Oh, and there's rice there too. It's a culinary delight. It brings together textures and flavors in a perfect harmony. First bite unveils the softness of the roasted eggplant. Eggplant, eggplant, eggplant. If it's like eggplant with like rice, it reminds me of another Filipino dish, the tortang talong, but that would have egg, right? Well, ground beef. Let's eggplant and long grain rice. I didn't notice the type of grain because I always just see like white rice. This is probably not gonna be it, but at least we'll have ice cold. No. This is our last snooze. This is our last snooze. I really want to get this one. We've really been yapping for that long, and I haven't drawn a single Digimon. Okay. We're ice cold. North to the northwest. Let's do Turkey again. Ding. Bam. Oh, borders Turkey. Tepsi by Tinijan. Borders Turkey, but that could be a lot of countries. That could be Azerbaijan. Let's try Armenia. Maybe Armenia? Hot. Oh, I didn't pay attention to the compass. It's southeast of Turkey. So Syria, Iran, Iraq. Iraq? There we go. It's Iraqi. It sounds good. Traditional Middle Eastern dish that originated from the Levantine region. Roasted eggplant, mincemeat, tomatoes. Ah, okay, okay. It does sound yummy, especially with the rice. Who you calling turkey? Actually, yeah, the long grain rice should have been the giveaway, huh? But still, yummy, yum, yum. Remind me, let's go to the ad break, but remind me, there was a reason why I also wanted to open up with Food Guesser too. I wanted to propose a... Oh, I love this song. I wanted to propose a new channel in the Discord, and I know that it's my Discord and I can do whatever I want, but I just wanted to do a temperature check and see if you guys were down for it too. Feel free to discuss during the ad break, but basically I'm thinking maybe we have a channel where we do like dailies like Food Guesser, Time Guesser, Open Guesser, and that kind of stuff, and you guys post your scores. We try to beat each other. I got influenced by the Ashcarial Discord that has like a Wordle thing where you can like play Wordle directly on Discord, and I usually do it every day, but I've also not really been active on the Ashcarial Discord anymore. But I thought like this would be a nice thing to have in the server where we all just like play little simple little games on the daily, you know? Roger, Roger. Apparently it's also very cheesy, looks simple too. It looks good. I think Georgian dish you might like it. I know exactly what khachapuri is. I love khachapuri. Me and Beans have had a vegan version of it before. We'd love it. I love it. Peg School, hello, hello. We were guessing a lot of food. My final score isn't gonna be great. Apprentice foodie, I'm just an apprentice. We used to be gastronomical geniuses, and look at us now. But yeah, think about that. Chew on that. The idea of a channel in the Discord where we just like play games, like these easy little like dailies kind of games. Well, not easy, but something like that. I've been thinking about it. So let's go ahead and go over to the Cub Corner. We'll do an ad break and then we'll actually draw some Digimon this time. Yahoo! But I'll see you guys in about 3 minutos while you listen to Final Fantasy IX music. Okay, see you guys in a bit. Wait, what are you guys talking about? Also, welcome back. I mean, what are you guys talking about stealing my gravity? I don't know what you guys could mean by that. Stealing my gravity? The one that I work so hard to- Oh no! If only she had a routine to make her launch her into space! Why? I did have that space bear outfit. It's on my old PNG model, but I could just as easily remake it on my new Life 2D- I mean, not Life 2D. My new PNG model. I could do that. Impossible to steal couldn't be us! Let's see. I wonder what the vegan version had in it. It definitely had like a yolk. Also, hello Cosmic Idol. Hello, hello. It had some kind of vegan yolk. I don't know what it was made out of, and I know that it's possible to make it, but it seems like it's very like intensive to make a vegan yolk. But it did taste really good. Watch Bodega Rat, who does a couple of dailies every stream. One of them being AO3 doll is crazy. I think I will check that out. Impossible to Steal. Couldn't be us. I did actually have an idea of like, cause PNGTuber Remix and Plus, they do let you like, you know, you can like spin around and stuff idly like so. I did think of like potentially having a new scene where we're out in space, but that's gonna take some government funding to do. Not funding from you guys. No, nobody. Oh, my secrets. My secrets. There you go. There you go. Exactly like Matthew and Folk. Exactly. I'm not saying that you guys should give me money. I'm saying that the government should give me... No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just saying that I should stop being lazy and make my little space theme. Did you see it? Wait, did I see what? The secrets? The sneakrets? It's just my stream. My stream manager. This is what I use when, you know, when I need to, like, stop raids, raid into someone else, complete all tasks for myself. And when I'm playing something that, that makes it so that I can't see OBS, this is what I use to check the chat and make sure you guys are acting properly and you're not eating the cars when I'm not looking. So, yeah. So instead here... we gotta draw some Digimon. We're drawing some Digimon. We did... oh yeah, as a review of what we're doing today. Cub! We've been studying Digimon designs. All the way from the baby stage, or the fresh stage, to in training, where they have limbs now. And then last week we had... we had rookies. These funny looking guys. So, because we already spent a good hour and 20 minutes just yapping, we might only have time for like 3 champion levels, but the champion levels are going to be pretty interesting because they're very diverse. No, actually, I already made a champion layer. Let me fix the colors here. There we go. There we go. And we got to pick some champion Digimon from this wiki that's not the Digimon wiki. It's called Neo Encyclopedia, but I think it's been pretty handy so far because it just has a list of all these different Digimon. I'm about to have a lovely stream all. Thank you for stopping by, Gojikins. Thank you, thank you. But yeah, so we're gonna pick 3 Digimon. I think that's all we're really gonna have time to draw. And then we're gonna draw them. We're gonna study the style a little bit. And then if we have time, we'll draw like an OC Digimon and like our own original creation. But not exactly a guarantee. By the way, guys, did I tell you that? Oh wait, I did want to yap a little bit more, or maybe I'll yap while I draw. I'll yap while I draw about Discord stuff. My Twitch app just notified me that Babinka Bear is live. I am. I do like the design of Airdramon. It's always been such a unique design because it's just like a dragon, but why does it also have a skull, right? Isn't that kind of sick? I love Akatorimon because it's just a palette swap of another Digimon called Kakatorimon. Let's see if we can find it. I like this song too. I like so much of the music from FF9. Let's see, G. Oh, maybe Grizzlymon. It's a bear. It's a bear after all. Okay, A B C D E F G H I J K. Kakatorimon would be further down here. Gururumon. H I J K. I think Kakatorimon would be here then. There we go. It's Kakatrimon or Kakatorimon. So look at that one and then look at this one. It's the same, but it's just a little palette swap. But it's funny because it's called Akatorimon, and Aka means red. So it's like red birdmon. So there's that. And Angemon, I'm gonna stray away from human-shaped Digimon just because I'm not 100% confident in my, like, human anatomy. I've taken 2 life drawing classes, but I'm still not super confident in it. And Kilomon's also like a pretty solid choice because I've been super into dinosaurs, and Kilosaur is a dinosaur. Apemon's also. Oh, this one has a cool name because it's Apemon, but the Japanese version is Hanuman. There is a monkey god, a monkey deity in Hinduism named Hanuman. So I think it's a reference to that, I'm pretty sure. And he's Sklimbomon? That's a good idea. A Sklimbomon? Well, I can easily make the in-training version right now. Oh, wait. And do I have the right one? Let's make the brush a little bit smaller. You gotta have the little Digimon eyes. By the way, I saw you in the chat, Matthew. I saw you in Sklimbo's chat earlier. Have you also been considering being a Jimbo, as his fandom is called? Actually, that just looks like my eyes. I need something like this. Bam, 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 bam. This is a Chocobo theme. Have you been enjoying Sklimbo's streams? I've definitely been enjoying them. Bam, 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 bam. He's more palatable than Ash Carroll with his flirting. I kind of agree. And, you know, no offense to those that are any Ash Carroll, any Maramomis here, but I will admit I have kind of fallen off a little bit. I think the flirting, if you like that, you like that. No shade to those that like that, but it did get to be a bit too much for me personally. But I still appreciate him as a streamer. I like that he's just very open about his interests and his likes. So still very much a lot of respect to him, but I think I have also kind of fallen off. There we go, we got Sklimbomon. Actually, we also need his mouth. Or maybe something like that. What's funny is I watch Rowan Hastoria and her fans are called Mari Bros, very similar to Mari Momis. The mouth. Yeah, you just gotta have the little, like, you know, W mouth, right? And I love how Digimon always have the little, like, eye thing with, like, they have funky eyelashes usually. Did I make the nose a little too big, you think? Yeah, I don't mean to talk negatively about any other VTuber, so instead we can focus on the positives. I do like the whole, like, angle of being a self-improvement VTuber in terms of, like, Sklimbo. Now, actually, now the nose is off-centered. And he just feels like a bro, you know? He reminds me of some friends that me and Beans have that I remember fondly. I say remember as if we, like, never able to talk to them again. Me and Beans have some friends from high school that kind of have that very bro vibe to them. But, like, unproblematic bro, you know? Bam, 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 bam. I know Saku enjoys Ash's flirtiness, so different blokes enjoy different things. Yeah, exactly, you know, it's like the whole, no yucking on the yum type thing. I shouldn't yuck on any kind of yum, right? I should uphold those rules as well. That, like, it's not for me, but I'm glad that it is for other people. There we go, we got Sklimbomon. We got Sklimbomon. Let's copy paste that. This song, I like that you can hear a chocobo in it. There you go, that's the chocobo sound. No, I need it to not be in that layer. Okay, cut and paste. There we go. Hide that, and then let's concentrate on some more champions. Because Digimon are the champions. So far we have Airdramon. We need two more. Two more to draw. I do like Bakemon. He's a little bit like simpler in terms of designs, but I do find Bakemon very charming. I'm gonna just like open up a couple tabs of possible Digimon that we can draw, and then we'll kind of go from there. This one's also cute. It's Burgermon, but champion form. They have onions for heads. It's very cute. And burger buns. Centaurumon's also a pretty cool one, but the design is a bit complex. There is also Kurisarimon or Chrysalimon. We have drawn the prior evolutions, so I feel like it would make sense for us to continue the trend. I remember some of the banger songs from Final Fantasy IV. Vamos allá flamenco. I think FF9 also has that song. I wouldn't be surprised if FF9 was referencing FF4. Oh, FF9. Yeah. Not 4, Because I did also play 4, but it was a while back. It's the most recent one that I have played, but I just don't remember it as much as I do with 9. We could play Vamos allá flamenco. This one. It's the end of that list. What else can we get? So yeah, what I'm noticing from a lot of champion designs is that, well, a lot of them are very obviously like based off of their prior forms, but like more advanced. So if you have a baby dinosaur, now it's like a fully grown dinosaur. So a lot of them. What's interesting too with Digimon is that in the dub, they use, for each level, they use terms that are more akin to fighting terms. So you have fresh, in training, rookie, champion, ultimate mega. But in the original like VPET and in the Japanese version, they use ones that are more akin to like life stages. So first it's baby, then baby 2. And then rookie is called child, and champion is called adult. So it kind of makes sense that a lot of these evolutions do seem like they're like just grown-up versions of the rookie form. So, for example, Galgomon just looks like a grown-up form of Galmon. Gargomon's also an interesting one. This is one of Beans' favorite. It's a bunny with guns for hands and jeans. Baby 2, Randon. He's just a stinky little baby. Garurumon's also pretty solid because he has these like his design is just so very Digimon in that like he has like the claw shape, he has these like I don't know what to call these, like parts of his mane, I guess. Gatomon's also like a pretty solid one. Cause she's an example of one that looks like it would be a rookie, but is still like considered an adult. Oh, Geogreymon also has like a really sick design. He's a stinky little baby. Garumon, it's a palette swap of Numemon. So I feel like we should get one champion that's kind of silly, one champion that's like kind of metal, and then a third one. Ginyumon is also pretty cool. Gizmon AT, Gladymon, Golemon, Gorilla. Grizzlymon's also pretty cool because it's a bear. Growlmon's is pretty cool. Gururumon, not to be confused with Garurumon. Hookamon! That's such a cool design. Hyogomon is a palette swap of Ogremon. Ice Devimon is a palette swap of Devimon. Icemon is a palette swap of Gatsumon. Ikakumon also has a pretty cool design. Jungle Mojamon. Okay, that's the end of that list. Let's look at this. Is there a Gyarumon? Like the subculture, right? The Gyarus? There's probably one that references it, but I can't recall it off the top of my head. That's a good question. Kabuterimon would be a little too complex for me. I feel like it's doable if you just reduce like the complexity of the shapes, but I feel like that's a champion for another time. Karatsuki Numemon. Karatsuki Numemon. That's a pretty cool one. I like the teeth. Or the lip and teeth combination. He just seems so very like, grrr! Night Chessmon. Kakatorimon, we talked about that one. Kolgamon, Kuagamon. Cubimon is also a really cool one as well. Lekismon, Leomon, RIP in every single series that he's in. Leomon, Master Vidramon, Mechanorimon, Meramon. That's two, it's human shape, so I want to avoid that one. Mikemon, it's a palette swap of Gatomon. Leomon is Sean Bean, yeah. Since they're digital monsters, I can imagine a VTubermon. Yeah, you know, I think that's the cool thing about Digimon is that you can really just imagine like new iterations based off like the latest advancements in technology, right? Because there's a series that's kind of an offshoot of Digimon called Appmon. I watch it every time I go to the gym. It's my like way to make 25 minutes go by really quickly when I'm like doing cardio. Appmon is interesting because one, it's pretty underrated. I think that it's actually like a really good series, but it is very like, you know, there's kids series, there's series that are aimed at kids, younger kids, but it's still enjoyable through adults. You know, like Avatar: The Last Airbender, in my opinion, like Digimon Adventure 1999. Appmon feels like it's definitely more so like for kids, not for kids entertainment, but and it does feel very episodic, you know. It feels kind of like childish, but it does go over themes that I think are very relevant to nowadays, because it does go over the different ways that AI can go rampant and can cause trouble for society. But because it's like kind of diving more into like the kids side of things, it's stuff that isn't at least at the point where I'm at now. I think later on it probably does get more serious, but for now it's like, oh no, it's an Appmon that's gone amok that controls calendars, and it's erased Christmas. Oh no, what are we gonna do? Instead of like, you know, if there was like a Digimon that, you know, messed with calendars as a whole, that's basically Y2K. Like, that's basically the big fear that everyone had with Y2K of like, oh, computers aren't gonna be able to like, you know, process things because they're gonna think that we're in the 1900s. So, like, I feel like with a theme like that, you could definitely get more chaotic with it, but because they wanted to aim the series more towards kids, they wanted to make it a little bit more easy to digest and easy to solve within 23 minutes of runtime. So I can't fault Appmon for that, but I do see why it's underrated. I feel like when you watch an episode, it does feel kind of kiddie, but it does actually go over some very cool theming. Where was I going with this? So yeah, I think the idea of like VTubers in Digimon, it's only a matter of time, you know? VTubermon like Vmon, exactly. And how some Digimon are just straight up people, it all works out. Yeah, exactly. Sorry, my eye is starting to bug me a little bit. I'm gonna put some eye drops in it real quick. I don't know what it is, but I don't want to risk getting pink eye right before Christmas time. So give me a second. Okay, I'm back. I'm gonna be blinking a little bit because I put in a lot of eye drops. Well, not a lot, but just know that there's a reason for it. Tukaimon eats the data of time and screws with the function of the digital world itself. Yeah, that's what I mean too with like, there's just so much potential with like what Digimon, like Digimon as a medium is such a good vehicle for certain parts of storytelling. Like, give me a cyberpunk Digimon story, you know? Beginning of Appmon, oh no, Chatmon is causing mischief. End of Appmon, why are we in Evangelion? That's what I feel too. I'm still only like, I think I'm less than halfway through. Actually, give me a second. I want to see like where I am with Appmon, because I only watch like one episode a week, because that's when that's how often I go to the gym. Let's see, let's go to Crunchy. What episode am I on? History. By the way, beeplebees, I caught up on Beat Break. I love it. I think the animators freaking love Kyo. I do too. I'm on episode 21 of Appmon. So I do see things like ramping up, but it's still kind of in the mischief phase. If you start staring, it's the eye drops. Exactly. If I just like but more likely you're gonna see me do like this move. Let's see, Mojimon. Monochromon's also a really interesting one. Mori Shellmon, it's a pal swap of Cellmon. Someone who also sees the potential of cyberpunk Digimon. Yes, like that'd be so sick. Bandai Namco, please hire me after I finish taking some creative writing classes. Mushamon is also a really interesting one. Nanimon, do you guys know the backstory with this one? It's a Tamagotchi that got isekai to the digital world. You can pick that one. Ninjamon. Nisei Dromogimon. It's not Dromogimon, it's Nisei Dromogimon. He's a fake. Shadowrun Deckers versus Digimon. Imagine the mischief a Digimon could cause when people have cybernetic parts. Oh my god, yes! Beeplebees, you are cooking with oil! My love, Numemon. I've been having this like, I don't know if I would make it a fanfic or a fan comic or something, where it's like a Numemon, but like it can digivolve into a Monzaemon. Okay, that's not the fanfic idea, that's just canon. But like, can you imagine like a story, like a slice of life story where it's like a kid who like one of their parents has like a Numemon as their like partner Digimon, and at school the kid's classmates like they tease them. They're like, oh, you have like a smelly Digimon in your household, smelly, because you know how like mean kids can be. But then like when push comes to shove, the Numemon digivolves into like a Monzaemon and protects the kid. I don't know, I think about that idea a lot. Maybe I should make it into like a fan comic, or even just like a, you know, I've been waxing a lot about a fake video game screenshot type art. I feel like that would be something, right? That would be a thing. A Tamagotchi? No, that's my nightmare. You have a gun in Time Stranger, right? Yeah, I do. I actually want to play the DLCs for Time Stranger as well. Can I request Murasamemon? I would, but that's ultimate level, right? I was surprised too. We could do Cougarmon. Cougarmon looks like my cat Gino. Because we're only doing champions for today. But I was surprised. I thought Cougarmon was a rookie. But no, it's a champion. So we could do Cougarmon. Oh, Mekamon is also like such a cool design. It's Omegamon, it's Omnimon, but like if a kid made it. Pekmon. Pedomon, who is just or Pidmon. I probably shouldn't call it the other name. I'm not as familiar with Digimon. To what extent does human society interact with Digimon? It depends on the continuity, because like in a lot of them, people just don't know the existence of Digimon. But in like, I'm trying to think where they're like a little bit more normalized. Actually, there's not really continuity where they're like super normalized all the time, right? There are continuities where they become normalized, kinda. Deranged Angemon got their names mixed. Yeah. Oh, no worries. Yeah, we could do Cougarmon. But I guess in this idea that I have, they would be more normalized, where like everyone has a Digimon partner, right? But I guess the kid doesn't, at least not yet. I think it would be something where like at a certain age you get like your Digimon partner. Platinum Sukumon, because I always wonder, like, everyone wants to have like the coolest Digimon, right? But it's kind of like Pokemon in that everyone has their favorite, and every Pokemon is someone's favorite. So I feel like there has to be like a world where like every Digimon is someone's favorite. Like there's someone who loves Platinum Sukumon, you know? Because in Shadowrun, hackers enter the digital realm, summoning demon programs to defeat cybersecurity. Oh, that's kind of like Cyberpunk 2077. Pokupomon. This one's also very edgy. I like it. Raremon. Red Vidramon. Red Vegemon. Repamon's also a cool design. Reptile Dramon. Roachmon! Rockmon! No, why does he look like that? He doesn't have a design. Okay, let's see the last set here. Digimon are in their own separate world. Yeah, exactly. And that digital world just looks and feels different according to the continuity. But yeah, there's just like a whole bunch of different continuities where like it depends on like to what extent do people like know about Digimon. Because I'm thinking, yeah, I don't think there is one where like it's been like really like normalized to just like everyone has a Digimon, kind of like in Pokemon where everyone just has a Pokemon, right? They also have drones with heavy weapons. Okay. Digimon is isekai, yes. Petition for Roachmon? He is silly looking. I also like Sangloopmon. This is one of my like favorites. And actually, no, because I already drew Sangloopmon. I just never posted it anywhere. Hold on. I never posted it anywhere, but I did draw Sangloopmon like not too long ago. I probably should post it somewhere, huh? So actually we will not draw Sangloopmon because I already did it. Seadramon, Sealsdramon. Oh, Shisomon looks really cool as well. Shellmon, Shima Unimon, Sneemon, Sorcerymon, Soul. I love Soulmon with his little hat. Starmon, Stingmon, Strike-Dramon, Sukamon, Sunflowermon. A lot of these designs are just so goated. Tobukatmon, Togemon, Tordamon. I think we're getting near the end. Tuskmon. I just remember the line in the dub where it's like, careful now, defeating Tuskmon will be no easy tusk. See, someone reminds me of the Koma Inu. I feel like that's... I do feel like that's one of the inspirations, right? Tyrannomon's also a pretty solid choice as well. She's holding out on us. Yeah, I should probably post that drawing sometime soon. Unimon. Okay. We have quite a few to pick from. Let me actually take out Sangloopmon since we're not going to do that one. There's Airdramon, Bakemon lose your power. Chrysalimon, Gargomon. This one's really complex. I think we're going to go with Chrysalimon, but we needed like a simpler one. So maybe Gargomon? I mean, Nagarumon, Nagatomon. Geogremon's a pretty solid one. No Nanimon, no Numemon. No Soulmon, so we're down to these ones. Airdramon, Bakemon, Chrysalimon, Gargomon, Geogreymon. Alright, it's between... It's between these 5. So Airdramon... I think we need like... Geogreymon and Airdramon are both like kind of cool looking. Bakemon's like kind of simplistic. Let's see. Oh yeah, and Cougarmon. Cougarmon is another one. Wait, let me see what you guys are saying. I could see Cyberpunk getting dystopian with humanity trying to control or destroy Digimon if they don't understand what they are. Oh, you just summarized a lot of different like Digimon continuities. Especially the mangas. Then it get really cyberpunk. The Digimon Emperor killed Pippi Longstocking using the infinite Digi-Cookies to make a black tower. Oh no. Also, hello Nat20. Hello. We do need Cougarmon. Let me get Cougarmon. I think Cougarmon would replace Shisamon. I love Cougarmon so much just because he reminds me of my own cat, of Schnackery. Especially like the like humorously large paws. So maybe we'll do Cougarmon. Replace Shisamon. I'm thinking... Yeah, let's do Geogreymon, Cougarmon, and Chrysalimon. I think that might be our choices. Yeah. Let's do it. What up, Teach? What are we doing today? We're drawing Digimon, but we're focusing on one specific level, and that's the champion level, also known as like the adult level. So these Digimon typically look like, you know, your mascot characters grown up. So yeah, we're doing this one first, Geogreymon, and then Cougarmon, who just looks so fluffy. And then Kurisarimon. Doberman, best one. I do love Doberman. I do think Doberman's a cool one. So let's first start with Geogreymon. This isn't necessarily Greymon, it's Geogreymon. Let me use that. The next question is, should I do chibi proportions or, you know, regular? I guess we'll do like their actual proportions first. The thing with like a lot of these Digimon is that they're gonna be very detail heavy, which can seem very like intimidating at first, but if you simplify the shapes, it does make things a little bit easier. So I got like the head, I got the torso, I got big old legs. I feel like this song in Final Fantasy IX is like during a play, because I don't remember like this kind of music for like the really dramatic moments. Doberman did more work in his series than the actual Digi-Destin. Are you talking about Tamers? Was Doberman in anything else other than Tamers? I know that he's in Time Stranger. Oh, you know what? This should be a little bit smaller. You know what? Geogreymon does have like more human proportions. Because definitely the legs do feel like the kind of proportion you would have in like... Oh, Shinakari? Oh, Shinakari wants out. Give me a second. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, Shinakari had to go. I think he was in 2020, but 2020 doesn't count. I know, I'm one of those people that like, I would prefer to pretend that it didn't happen. Well, actually, just because 2020 wasn't quite, you know, didn't quite hold up to Digimon Adventure 1999, is it really bad? Like, on its own, if you don't even consider it as like a remake or like a remaster kind of like Digimon 1999, how is it on its own, do you think? Tamers, he saved the world while the Digi-Destin got beat like by wallet during a Steam sale. He was, oh, a main partner in Survive. I should really also get back into, or not back, I should get into Survive. Oh yeah, he's got the musculature of like... It's like human musculature. With a big old tail, too. Big old tail. Okay, big tail. Let's see how much detail we can put in the face. Because he, in this reference picture that I'm using, he is like profile view. Yes, yes, it is bad. I mean, like I said, that's like the impression that I got too, but it was more so because it's like, this is nothing like Adventure 1999, but also that's you know, that's quite the legacy to beat, you know? But I did kind of feel like how I felt like with Ghost Game 2, where it just felt too, like, you know, episodic. And there were just certain beats that you could tell were, like... There were certain... I forgot what it was. There was, like, an episode where it was, like, really obvious that it was meant to be for, like, Izzy and Tentomon. Like, it was an Izzy and Tentamon, like, episode, but then it suddenly shifted to being, like, Tai and Blitz, like, I think it's, like, the Blitz Greymon episode. And it's like, man, come on. Like, and I don't know, that just feels like, there's something about that feels, like, not necessarily unprofessional, but, like, something went awry with the planning, you know? That, like, when an audience member can tell that, like, that doesn't feel like how the execution of that doesn't feel like it's parallel to the planning of that, then it's a bit of a turnoff, you know? Because, like, I feel like I am one of those people that, like, you kind of need to spoon feed me the theory. I do think of theories on my own, but sometimes, like, I'll watch, like, a video essay on something and be like, I never realized that. Could it be that I am stupid? But, like, so that would be one of those cases in which, like, someone would have to point out, like, oh yeah, this episode was originally meant for Izzy, but then they changed it last minute to Tai. Like, usually that would be a situation where, like, I'd realize it from a video essay, but the fact that I realized it first watch through, that, like, something was up with this. It was like, I don't know. Ghost Game did the same thing. Yeah, I'm fine with the 2020 remake, but then I'm out for Millenniumon. I do wish we got to see more. We get to see, like, more Millenniumon just in general. I feel like as much as I love Time Stranger, okay, that was, I guess, mild spoilers for Time Stranger. In, like, you know, if, how do I do this? I guess I'll steal something from Ash Carriel's book, in which, like, if the eggnog, if the eggnog is not on my head, I'm talking about a spoiler, and you can come back when you like mute me until you see the eggnog back on my head. All right, we'll do that. So spoilers in 3, 2, 1. In Time Stranger, I think Millenniumon, or is it Zine Millenniumon? They're both in Time Stranger, but they're part of just, like, a side quest. And it just feels like not necessarily a wasted opportunity, but it was like, man, I feel like more could have been done with him. But at the same time, there's already so much happening in Time Stranger, so I totally get it. But yeah, that's it for the spoiler. Oh no, what did I do? Oh no, the eggnog it's off kilter ever so slightly. It's fine. This is fine. Oh, accidentally made myself large. 2020 is just Millenniumon mad that WonderSwan Games didn't get the US localization. Really had a super focused ep and then Hero evolved? Like, I hate that. I hate that. Is Millenniumon and Time Strangers? You got so close to getting me to buy Time Stranger. I do think it's worth it. It was on sale, wasn't it? Time Stranger is really good. Like, I would, if you see it on sale, like 100% I would recommend getting it. But yeah. I did say what I said. I think all the side quests, though, are really well done. If there's anything that kind of bugs me, like, it's a game where you can tell that the side quests were just kind of, like, afterthoughts. It didn't quite feel like that with Time Stranger. I forgot what other game I'm thinking. There is another game that every single side quest felt very intentional. I feel like it was Cyberpunk. Every side quest felt very intentional. And I would say the same about Time Stranger as well. Oh, you know what? This needs to move up a little bit. I got enough new games to for my time. If they want my money, I need to have Millenniumon in some form as my walking partner. You can have him as your walking partner. You can. It's just that, like, story-wise, you might have, like, more to be desired, but you can raise Millenniumon. There's a lot of, like, really good Digimon that you can collect in Time Stranger, so I'll say that as well. But if it's, I do understand that a lot of people won't buy Time Stranger because of its price. It's $70, and people don't want to normalize like $70 games. I totally 100% get that. I support you. But if you see Time Stranger on sale, get it. 100%, I would recommend it. Fine, I'll buy it. If it's on sale, if it's on sale. Ooh, what song is this? Distant Memory. This feels like something that you would hear endgame. The endgame of Final Fantasy IX is so good. Let's see. Geogramon does have a bit of a muscular neck, but did I make it too muscular? Maybe this should actually move a little bit up. There we go. Yeah, it's $70. That's why, like, I can't, like, 100% recommend people get it. Like I said, that's why it's like, wait till it's on sale. Then definitely. Hi, May Shark. Hello, hello. What kind of sale of a game is $55? Like, brother, that's the easy way to kill a game. For $55, I can get Absalom and Cosmic Invasion or T2. Yeah. Eggnog on the bear noggin. Exactly, exactly. I do like eggnog. But it's rough having games that are that expensive because, like, I swear, Time Stranger is, like, so worth it. Time Stranger is, like, 100% worth it. Like, the story is just so good. The gameplay is good. Like, if you like not time-based, turn-based RPGs, like, it's this. This is the game, you know? Dang, I already feel like the proportions are a little off with this one. I like how Geogramon is just basically like, how many spikes should we have on this Digimon? Yes. If you like time-based, you may like this. You may like a game called Time Stranger. I'll wait till the company is dead before I buy it. No. Time Stranger's so good. We were talking about earlier how, like, Final Fantasy IX I would call, like, one of my favorite games of all time. Time Stranger is also getting pretty up there. If I were thinking about, like, games of all time that I like, Cyberpunk is pretty up there. There's one called, there's one that I like, but I wouldn't say that it's, like, it's one of my favorite games because it's, like, objectively, like, game of the year. But just because it, like, fulfills all of my specific hyperfixations. But there's a game called Heaven's Vault that, like, has to do with, like, linguistics, archaeology, art history. That's like, oh, this is literally, like, this game was, like, made for me. So that's also pretty up there. Time Stranger's up there. Before that, Cyber Sleuth was, like, also pretty up there. But there are parts of Cyber Sleuth that are, like, a bit of a slog. I will say that. Not gonna be here pretend that, like, there is no no flaws in Cyber Sleuth. The cooler Greymon. Oh yeah, so I've also been hinting at it recently, but I don't know, I've been wanting to make some changes to the Discord, which I already have for the most part, but it's I'll be truthful with you guys. It's because I saw this one post. If you're, like, in the VTuber sphere, you, like, if you get, like, a lot of things on your Twitter algorithm that have to do with, like, streaming and streaming tips, you might have seen this too. But it was like a post that went kind of viral about, like, how to use Discord to kind of just grow your VTuber community. And they gave, like, very specific tips that, like, I really liked. That just made sense to me, and I'm like, oh, yeah, I should listen to this. I'll link it to you guys if I can find it again, but basically it said that, like, you know, it's kind of almost like common sense in a way, but it's just amounts to like treat your Discord like you would want to treat your community. Don't let it be kind of like a second thought kind of thing. Oh, I feel like that arm is too long or too big. I'll make it small. Yeah, there we go. The cool Greymon is skull because he's dead, so there isn't any body temperature. What was I gonna say? Yeah, the post said things like, don't overdo it with notifications, and don't use @everyone. Admittedly, I stopped doing that like early on in my streaming career, but I did do it early on. Like, instead of having like a dedicated role for announcements, I would just @everyone. And you don't want to do that because this post said that it basically trains people to mute your Discord. Because you want your announcements to be something that people opt into, you know? Basically, the post was just like, don't train your audience into muting your Discord. Don't add everyone, add every server instead. Oh man. But don't do that, and then also like think of ways to like really engage the folks that are in your Discord server. With stuff like watch-alongs, with stuff like stuff that like people don't necessarily have to like pay to get into, but just like, oh, because you took the time to join the server and be part of the community, like this is a little treat for you. Treat? But I was thinking of like how to translate that into like what I do and like translate it into this like idea of like we're in a classroom together. And it's also because, well, I was thinking that like I do like receiving feedback from you guys. There's a little bit of anxiety in me that's like, I don't know if I would be able to do something like Marshmallow where you guys can ask questions anonymously, because there is like the anxiety part of me is like, oh, we're gonna have people asking me like insulting me or asking inappropriate questions or stuff like that, when realistically I feel like that's not going to be the case. But you know, anxiety is weird like that. But I do like getting feedback from you guys, so a part of me is like, oh, maybe I should involve you guys more in like the creation process or like the planning process of certain streams. Like, if I know that I'm, like, rather than, asking, like, what would you guys like to see? I personally feel like it might be better if I already have some kind of topic in mind for what I want to do. Like, if I want to do, like, an educational stream about, let's say, dinosaurs, because that's been my recent, like, hyperfixation. Like, I know that I want to do something about dinosaurs because I'm already, like, invested in it. But then the question would be, like, what do you guys want to see out of that? Do you guys want to know about like very specific dinosaurs? Are you just kind of down to hear me yap about whatever? Do you want to know like the more scientific thing? Do you guys want to see art that is related to dinosaurs? And of course, if you're in the chat right now, you don't have to answer right away. This might be something that I ask in the Discord server itself, but just involving you guys in the planning of it, if that makes sense. Let's put some claws. Oh, now his foot is too small. His foot is too small. Small foot. Bigger. I've definitely muted a ton of servers that regularly add everyone. Yeah. Does everyone still use Rabbit TV for a watch? Wait, what was it? For watch-alongs? No, I actually don't know what that is. Rabbit TV. Yo, Owen, hello! And then, folks, I will catch up on chat. I will catch up on chat. But hello! Hello, hello. Thank you for the raid. How you doing? Hello, Owen. How was, I know you were playing, some kind of, like, action game, right? Ace Combat. There we go. Fires of Liberation. How was that? How are you doing? Thank you for the raid. It's me, Babinka Bear, your local Sun Bear art history teacher and educational streamer. We are currently drawing some Digimon right now. I'm drawing a big dinosaur named GeoGreymon. So yeah, how you guys doing? Sparkly Race Cat Raid! Welcome, Raiders. Hi, Babinka. Hello! The real Kayla Gayla, hello! It is the Chinese grave one. Sunspout, hello, hello. Welcome to the class. Sparkly Race Cat Raid. We killed the Ace Combat, nice. Yes, hello, howdy, Owen and Mechanics. We beat Ace Combat 6, nice short game. Oh, cool. Awesome. Well, what genre is it? Because I know that you were playing the game. I wasn't able to pop in for today, but how was it? If you enjoyed it, it's worth checking out. I would say it's probably worth checking out. If you guys aren't already, make sure you guys are checking out Owen Aeon. He is a sparkly race cat. And he is very cute. And I just love his yaps as well. You guys should definitely be checking him out. Owen, if you have to raid and run, same with the mechanics, feel free. No worries at all. I'm going to be here drawing Digimon. I'm also talking about how to improve my Discord. We're talking about how people shouldn't be using the @everyone. People shouldn't be adding everyone. There should be a role for it. But yeah. Let me go back up because I think I missed a couple of messages. Nat20 was talking about... Oh yeah, I was talking about like watch-alongs and read-alongs and stuff. But Rabbit TV, I've actually never heard of Rabbit TV. So feel free to inform me on that. Occasionally left because of them. Yeah, I feel that, beeplebees. It's Monday, remind me good not to miss Locals Thursday, but it's Christmas! It's Christmas this Thursday. Hello, Devin. Hello. Set a timer for every 30 minutes to add everyone on the server. Oh my gosh. Small steppies. We are also listening to Final Fantasy IX music if you guys are into that. It's an arcade flight sim. Oh, cool. Rabbit TV is an old server that used to let you stream any YouTube link, even private ones, so you could upload a private video to the tubes of the movie and then everyone watch it. Oh, interesting. Interessante. I'm gonna go grab a snack, but I'm lurking. No worries at all. Grab your snacks. Get those snackies. Okay, now that I took a break from looking at this, I realized the snout is a little too short. So let's elongate it a little bit. Let's do like that. Yeah, so for any mechanics that are here, anyone that's just joining us right now, we were talking about this viral post that I saw on Twitter very recently about how to properly like utilize Discord in terms of like community building. It was a pretty good post as well, and just gave me lots of ideas in terms of like how to utilize that in the specific context of being like an edutainment VTuber, you know. And I did kind of hint at this before, and it's actually like on the schedule now, but I do want to tomorrow's stream will actually be teasing a new thing that I want to do, which is read-alongs. Discord-only read-alongs. Like I said, I have like hinted at it, but basically what it would be is tomorrow, it will still be a stream on Discord. But I want to show you guys what art books, and tell me how you guys feel about this, kids books, like children's books, that are a little bit more focused on like visuals. I will show you guys my collection tomorrow on stream here on Twitch, but then that would transition, well, not immediately transition, but following that, eventually I want to do streams on Discord where we actually read through the books. I don't want to do it publicly on Twitch because, like, you know, these are still copyrighted books, and like I do want to support the authors and illustrationists when possible. So I would like recommend that you actually go out and buy these books. But also, like, I don't know what the protocol is with streaming something that is like a copyrighted book, you know? So just to err on the side of caution, we'll be viewing them on Discord with the big recommendation that like you guys should also purchase them if possible, if it's within your means. But it would also be an opportunity for all of us to kind of just like look at the artistry of these books, appreciate it, because like, you know, my main thing is like art history, art appreciation. So it'd be like appreciating the artwork, the visuals, especially if they're like an art book. But also I like the idea of looking at children's books too, because a lot of us might underestimate them because they're children's books, but they can be like chock full of like beautiful like imagery and artistry. That's part of it too. And then I also just want to like put some use into some of these books. I've had them in my collection for a while, and a lot of them, I will admit, I'm saving for the time when... You never know when it's gonna happen, but like the time when me and Beans have cubs. That's like the main reason why I'm saving a lot of these books. Is basically for the future, but in the meantime, I feel like I should also show them off with you guys. So tomorrow we'll be kind of like teasing that and like looking into that. Also, the rapid link only lasted as long as the room owner was in it, so when you left it killed the room video. Oh, interesting. Streaming a live reading of a book on stream would constitute a copyright issue if it's over Twitch. Will be replaced by IRL Cubs. No! Could never replace you guys. On Discord, well, it is still one, but it can count as friend showing reading. Yeah, exactly. And of course, I want to like encourage you all to, if you have the means, like also buy it for yourselves. And hopefully this will also be kind of like, you know, it'll kind of be like promoting it as well. But yeah, so in addition to watch-alongs, we'll do read-alongs. But also watch-alongs. It's been a minute since we last did a watch-along. The last time we did it was actually not even this past year, but 2024 when we watched Digimon Adventure 1999. And we still haven't continued it. We still need to watch Digimon Adventure 02 as well. Because that one like continues the story of Digimon Adventure 1999. And then you kind of need it in order to understand Digimon Tri, Digimon, why am I forgetting the name of the really good movie? Like, Last Evolution? Kizuna. So yeah, it's pretty solid in that way as well. So eventually we do need to get back to doing those watch-alongs. Bam, bam. Oh, and another watch-along idea I have is just watching some nostalgic movies together. Like I said, my latest hyperfixation is just watching, my latest hyperfixation is dinosaurs, and I want to rewatch that one movie, the We're Back, a Dinosaur Tale in New York or whatever. Okay, I'm getting a little too precious with my line work in the head. Let's go ahead and move on to the rest of the body because there's still some parts that aren't really like refined yet. So let's do that. Also get the eraser out here. Gotta let my phone charge, so I'm gonna lurk. No worries, thank you, real Kayla Gayla. Thank you. Back in a bit doing laundry? No worries at all. You can skip O2. Nah, you need to know who Davis is. You need to know who Davis Motomiya is. You need to see how TK punches a guy in the face. And a Wormmon, you know? Who doesn't love Wormmon? Wormmon, did you evolve too? Oh my god, when I found out his voice is so much cuter in the Japanese version, that was like life-changing. Cause like in the dub, his voice is like, Wormmon, did you evolve too? Stingmon! And then in the Japanese version, it's like, Wormmon Shinka! Stingmon! The good movie, the one with Anaconda? Oh my gosh. Davis, you mean Tai too? I do. Alright, we have an ad break coming up. I'll put you guys over in the cub corner. There you go. You guys can hear more of the Final Fantasy IX music if you're subscribed, but otherwise enjoy the ads. I'll see you guys in a couple of minutes. Wormmon good, but he doesn't fix the Davis Vmon problem. Yeah, I was kind of whatever on them. But who knows, maybe on a new watch through, maybe I'll get a new appreciation for them. But alright, I'll see you guys after the ad break. You like this music? The music is so like sneaky, right? Alright, let's see, we've already listened to this music before, so Coos Marsh, Aloha de Chocobo, Southgate, Fairy Battle. Ooh, Fairy Battle! This is when you encounter the little friendly monsters that, like, you're not supposed to fight them, but they're like, give me some emeralds! And you give them emerald, and then it, like, builds up to, like, well, now you can beat this. Now you can, fight this one boss, and it'll be a little bit easier. Anyway. See, isn't this cute? Alright, let's get back to it. I did do some little sharpening up here and there. Hello, Dead Arts. Hello, hello, welcome. Thank you for the raid. Thank you. Hello, nice to meet you. My name's Babinka Bear. I'm your local Sun Bear art history teacher and educational streamer. Today we are currently drawing some Digimon. Not from memory, from reference, but I'm trying to learn how to draw the more tougher ones, not just the cutesy ones. I'm trying to learn how to draw the champions. But hello, how are you doing? You're also doing art. Nice. If you want to let me know what it is you were arting, what you were either drawing or sculpting or whatever have you, you know, let me know. But also, I do know that streaming can be pretty rough and tiring, so if you need to raid and run, that's also totally fine. But hello, thank you for raiding. Hello. Right now we're drawing Geogreymon. It's like the cooler Greymon. He has more spikes and stuff. So Digimon couldn't pass that up? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, hello raiders, hello. We just got back from the ad break, so you're just in time. Hopefully you guys didn't get any of those pre-roll ads. But yeah, welcome. Okay, let me see. Geogreymon has a lot of spikes, so let me get all them spikes on there, girl. There we go. There's some like tiny ones here too. Hey, we were just talking about watching Digimon 02 as like a potential watch along. I just don't know when I do it because I do feel like my schedule doesn't really. Right now is actually like a good time because I am, you know, everyone's on Christmas break and stuff. But once we get back into the spring, because my work is related to education, I will be busy once again. So who knows? I'll decide on that a little bit later. I was painting some stuff while I sculpted out of paper clay. Ooh, tell me more about paper clay. If you want. Like I said, if you're tired and gotta go, no worries at all. But I'm curious about paper clay. What is that? I'm not much of a 3D artist. I'm more so like in the 2D sphere with like drawing and stuff. I have a little bit of experience with clay. Like I've used Model Magic before, just not like the legit, like, you know, the clay that you have to like throw or like coil and stuff like that. But tell me more. I'm interested. I also just think like sculpting in general is like pretty cool. It's a skill I'd like to improve when possible. Okay, I think we just need to get the stripes on Geogreymon here and then we can move on to the next one. We're not gonna be like super exact with all the designs. If there's like really obvious mistakes, that's fine. It's fine. I kind of just want to move on to the next one. Because what this is like, it's basically just a study, right? Of like different Digimon designs. What are, you know, the usual hallmarks of say like a champion level Digimon versus like a rookie or ultimate. And so far what I've found with champion is that, you know, kind of like their Japanese titles, adult, it really does feel like a lot of them are just take this rookie and make it grown up. Mature it a little bit more. Take the cutesy and make it more cool and sick and metal, you know? You got a healthy amount of stripes. I pulp paper with a blender and mix it with cornstarch, glue, flour, and house paint. Yo, that's so cool. Is that kind of like paper mache in a way? Because you mentioned like shredded paper with glue. I think of paper mache, which I've also never really like worked with before. It's a rather gooey version of clay that acts in its own way. Oh, okay, okay. That's pretty cool. That also seems more like eco-friendly as well, right? Because it seems like that's something that you could, if you have a lot of like material, you can kind of recycle it, right? Like, especially if it's like paper scraps. Because definitely like working with, like, for example, like collage. Because I've worked before with like arts education. I've done like those jobs before where you have to like go to different schools and teach them how to use a certain medium. I've never done clay, but I have taught them how to like, let's see. Like I said, I work with model magic. I feel like that's the extent of my 3D stuff, but I've also done collage, and collage leaves a lot of scraps. So it's good that there's like a way to recycle it in some way. All right, let's put some more stripes here. But also, yeah, if you also rated into me because you were interested in the mention of Digimon. We welcome all Digimon fans here, whether you're a fan of the TCG, the old series, the new series, the new video games like Time Stranger. I love Time Stranger. Whatever it is that strikes your fancy, let me know. Oh, let's erase this, actually. It's basically paper mache, but pulped paper. Oh, cool, cool, cool. Very cool. Yeah, I like the eco-friendliness of it. And then Matthew, thank you for sharing the Discord as well. We've also been chatting lately about like ways that I can use Discord to kind of build up the sense of community. What else did that post say? Because it did go over like having activities and stuff, but just also like, oh, they said like treat it as people used to treat Twitter, where you could just post little snippets of your life. Obviously without doxing yourself. Preferably, but that's something I never thought of because I've also just not been that good at using Twitter in that way anymore. Back when Twitter first started in like, you know, the like early 2000s into the 2010s, I did use it like that where I would like post a picture of my lunch for the day, or I would post like, you know, like the daily happenings, but I haven't really been. I did try. It wasn't for lack of trying. Like, I did try to like, I think even just like within the past couple months, I've been trying to like post more about like, you know, like daily stuff that happens without giving away too much information. And one thing is like the algorithm, it only seems to pay attention to me if I have like hashtags on, if I like post VTuber art and stuff. Other than that, the algorithm does not show any of my stuff to anyone, you know? So it's like a lot of it's like, oh well, what's the point, you know? What's the point? And it's not like, I think as much as you want to be like, oh, the likes don't matter, the views don't matter, the comments don't matter, as long as you're just like getting your thoughts out there, right? But it does feel a bit bad. I think it's the same for people who are like streaming and you see that like you're totally, let's say that you're totally comfortable with talking to yourself, with talking to an audience of 0, or talking to like, you know, a small audience, but at the end of the day it does like there is that wish of like, oh, I wish there were like more people, you know. That's not the case here, by the way. I feel 100% comfortable with like however many people are here, whether it's a lot or few, or if you're like even tuning in and lurking. I still appreciate that more, but I think it doesn't affect me as much here on Twitch, but it affects me on Twitter, where it's like, there's not really a point for me to post my lunch when no one's gonna see it, right? But then the idea of like, oh, using your, if you have a personal Discord, then like use it the way that people used to use Twitter, and it's like, oh yeah, I could just do that, right? I maybe I should just post like things that, you know, happen to me on the daily without doxing myself, without being like, hey guys, I'm currently at this place in Los Vincos. So, you know, I might post like what I had for breakfast, or, you know, some cool like artwork that I saw recently, stuff like that. I have been reading some manga recently too. I might post about that. I do a lot of recycle art, pop tab. Ooh, pop tab armor, coffee grounds and resin, spoon ring type of stuff. Just weird art in general. I love to hear about that. That's awesome. I watched Digimon a lot around 2000 when it was on as an after-school show. Yeah, definitely. Like the original 1999 series is definitely one of my favorites. You could ask the Babinkums here. I never shut up about it. So I'm definitely like a fan of like those early seasons, like Adventure 02, Tamers, etc., etc. I've also been getting back into like Appmon, the more later seasons. Beat Break, the newest season right now, is like really cool. So yeah, there's lots to enjoy with Digimon, both young and old. The Time Stranger video game is also really good, but we were also talking about how I can't justify the $70 price. But if you see it on sale, 100% I would recommend that. I struggled streaming to Seribot and just Seribot. Yeah, I know, it can be kind of rough. I definitely feel that, and it does feel like a lot of the advice that I can give would just amount to empty platitudes when, like, I will admit, I feel like a lot of ways luck was a factor, you know? Because I know how self-defeating it can feel when you, like, follow, like, every piece of advice that you get out there and still, like, don't get any results out of it. Like, I definitely feel that. Okay, so I feel like the Geogreymon I drew is a little bit leaner. He feels more like a Velociraptor, which is also really cool. Yeah, I like the movie changing tea to beef jerky shakes and changing Izzy from having to pee real bad to having the runs. Movie localization top tier. The idea of localization has been one of those things that, like, at first I was like, oh, why isn't it like 100% accurate to the Japanese version, you know? To like, I love it. I love the funky little localization things they did. God. Alright, so we have Geogreymon. Let's make him his own layer. We might actually just have time for 2 Digimon. So maybe we won't do Chrysalimon because that one is a little complex, but maybe the next one will be Cougarmon. So yeah, let's do Cougarmon because he's just so cute. He's just like my little kitty cat Gino. While I'm at it, let me see if I can find that post that I've been talking about that, like, I just felt was like really influential. Oh, this is Kuja's theme, isn't it? Yeah, it's Kuja's theme. He's such an awesome villain. And spoiler alert, it's not that much of a spoiler, but spoiler alert, that is a villain. Let me look at my bookmarks. It's a bit of a long tweet. It is by a blue check person, but this is the one that I'm referring to. He looks so scrungly, must pet, right? It reminds me of Gino. Look at the cat on the, I guess, left side. It reminds me of that. He has, like, comically large paws. Even though you can't see Gino's paws because he's loafing in that picture. Trust me when I say he has kind of comically large paws. Okay, so let us draw Cougarmon. This is from the most recent series, Digimon Beat Break. But yeah, speaking of art, as Dead Arts was speaking of, if you guys ever, I am gonna shill the Discord, which none of you, it's never mandatory to join the Discord, but just know that if you are interested in art and want to share that art, there's always an opportunity to do so at my Discord, specifically in the channel labeled Creative Cubs. Yeah, let me put this away. Cut. Paste. I do love seeing your guys' art, and, you know, I do it from the point of view of an art historian, but also an arts educator. Even though I myself am not perfect with, like, arts education either. How do I actually simplify this shape? He's so bulky that, like, he's kind of actually, like, rectangular now that I think about it. And then he has, like, the comically large paws. Thank you, Matthew. Thank you. Okay, the comically large paws are kind of like the main thing here. I kind of like too that the paw shape is relatively simplified. Beep, 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 beep. And one thing that I needed to kind of decide soon and quickly. Binka also does art appreciation streams. Yeah. So I also do art appreciation, where sometimes I'll find like a cool piece of art while you know, in the Twitter mines, or if you guys find a cool piece of art out in the wild, you can send it to me and I'll look at it from the perspective of an art historian, but also as an arts educator. Oh yeah, that's where I was going with this, is that I keep, I guess, flaunting the whole fact that like I work in arts education and that stuff, but sometimes you can even see it right now. I'm not always very confident in my art. Like when it comes to doing anything with like human anatomy, that's usually like a big ask. That's why I'm like a lot more comfortable with like little guys, little critters, little digimon. Is this Treno? Dark City Treno. Let's see, art educators are the part of the reason I kept that art and am vending my art at shows now. Nice. Props to your line of work. Yeah, it's fun. It can be hard, especially in like the current state of education, which I feel like I rant a little bit too much about, but it's fun. It's like when times are good, when the session is good, it's really good. When the day is hard, it's pretty dang hard. Okay, I think I'm getting somewhere with this, with Cougarmon here. Bam, 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 bam. Yeah, I do have a bit to say about like just the state of education right now. If it isn't conducive to like fostering a love of learning, if that makes sense. Like this isn't even like a relatively new phenomena. Like it's just gotten worse nowadays, but like this is something since like the 2000s with like No Child Left Behind, where like the focus isn't on instilling like a love of learning in students. It's more of like, get these good grades so that our school can get extra funding from the standardized tests, you know? The current state of education is a joke and has been for a long time. Yeah, 100%. As someone who like, you know, is a product of Los Bincos Unified School District. It has been for a long time. There are things that I will defend, but there are just as many things that I'm like, yeah, it's rough out here. Like when it comes to teachers, I will say that there's so many that are very well-meaning, that want to see their students like succeed. There's some who are just on a power trip. American education is borderline assembly line. I wouldn't even say borderline. Especially nowadays with like people going into college never having read a book before, like a full chapter book before. It's gotten to the point where it's assembly line. It's gotten to the point where it's like, we don't need people who are capable of critical thinking. We need people that are smart enough. What is it again? We need people who are smart enough to pull a lever and push a button without questioning why they are pulling the lever and pushing the button. Their main thought is, I need to make some money so I can survive. It's not, you know, like, even if you know that what the button you're pushing is for like an orphan, you know, what is it, like the orphan killing factory? It's like, this is the only job that will hire me. This is the only job that'll give me the money that I need to live, you know? And it sucks. So much more info out there now, and we keep going backwards. All they want is drones, not humans. Not people, drones that can follow orders. Yeah, the orphan grinding machine, right? Like that one tweet that's like, you know, inspirational news stories be like, oh man, this person paid $50,000 out of their retirement fund to save these orphans from the orphan grinding machine, instead of questioning like, why do we have an orphan grinding machine? It basically be like that, you know? It's like, oh, these teachers pulled together all their money from their retirement fund so that this one teacher could finally retire. And it's like, why did you have to do that in the first place, though? Like, this isn't the feel-good story that you, like, kudos that the teachers did do that. But also, like, why are we in a society where you have to do that, you know? And I pose that as, like, as if it's like a question, as if it's like a rhetorical question, when I feel like a lot of us already know the answer to that. It's by design. It's always been by design. Okay, I'm getting a little less confident with... No, I think, okay, with like the head. It's the head of Cougarmon here. And he has a cool, like spiky... You know what, he needs to be a little smaller. Ah! But yeah, it's been getting like a little rough, but that's why... Capitalism, exactly. Thank you for the big emote. But that's why when you do have those good moments, it's really good. Because there are still really bright kids out there. Not even bright, because I don't like the whole metric of like whether a student is smart or dumb. It's more rather like, do they have a love of learning and a curiosity? And well, yeah, just pretty much just that. Do they have like curiosity? That's one of like, in my opinion, like the best qualities to have is curiosity. The shame is that it's not that like kids are any less curious than they were 50 years ago. It's that we don't have a culture that instills like, that says that like that kind of curiosity is a good thing, you know? If you take a Gen Alpha or a Gen Beta and you like transport them to a, not even a time period, but a culture where it's like you instill that love of learning and that curiosity, they will have it. It's not a generational thing. It's not like implicit to their like biology as Gen Alpha, Gen Beta, Gen Z. It's like how they're socialized. The stories are getting called out more and more. I do feel like they're starting to enrage more people than they encourage. Yeah, exactly. It is like asking that question of like, why do we got the orphan grinding machine for? Like, it's Kuja's theme. But yeah, but to go back to what I was saying is that like the hopelessness also does make it like a little better when you have like a good day, when you have students that because what my job basically is I go to different schools and I just have the kids like look at different pieces of like artwork, but I also have them make art. It's supposed to be like a low stakes activity that isn't meant to be graded. It's not meant to, affect anything long term. It's just a fun activity. It's just a fun activity for kiddos to do. But also to teach them things like, how do you observe art? Because you don't need to be studying art history to know how to observe art. That's kind of one of the biggest points of this channel, of this Twitch channel, is like, you don't need any prior knowledge to look at art. Art and how we interpret it is very much informed by your own experiences. What's a little bit harder though is making art. But as long as you, once again, like the same thing with like having the joy and like the curiosity. Another thing that is good to instill in people in general is just the joy of the creation process. I think that's also the problem with like the advent of like AI generated imagery, is like people aren't seeing that there's joy in just the process of doing it, of like the problem solving, the like, oh, my artwork doesn't quite look the way that I want it to, and it's frustrating me, which is a completely normal process, like thought process to have. But it's also kind of one of those like kind of necessary parts of like learning how to make art. Like that's kind of just how it be, you know? And we have people that are like, well, I don't want that part of the process. I just want to make good art, you know? The trolley problem, but multi-track drifting, exactly. And painting a house right now, I'm literally watching paint dry on this 32mm scale building. Now there you go. That's still like a form of like creativity of like, you're still making a lot of decisions as you're painting that, right? Of like, is this the right shade? Is this giving the effect that I want it to have? Process of making art has always been the driving factor in my work. Yeah, exactly. But I think a lot of people are like missing that's the point. A lot of people are missing that like the process is part of the fun. The journey is part of the fun. There are a lot of the people who are like into AI generated art are like, well, I just want to make something nice that I can like show off for bragging rights, you know? And you know what's funny is that a lot of people will deny that and be like, no, there's also fun in the process of like making AI generated images. And it's like, oh, there's it's so much fun to like make prompts and stuff. I think it's funny that Cougarmon is clearly a lynx and Lynxmon looks more like a cougar. Yeah, yeah. For me, it's like I said, the comically large paws. I love the comically large paws so much. And I love that he has this like kind of like grr. Like his expression is kind of like meh. That's why I associate him with my cat Gino, because Gino just always looks mad. The joy of funny number go up even if said profits come from selling slop. I don't usually sit down with an idea, I sit down with intent to create and whatever happens, happens. That's a lovely way to go about it. It's more organic that way. I know that me personally, that's something that I want to strive for but don't always succeed with. But I think that is helpful in preventing like this idea of like, oh, what I had in my head isn't matching what is on the paper or the canvas or what have you. It is actually coming out pretty cute. There's still some like details to shave out, but I'm digging it. Also, I love this song. It's so like jaunty. Bow 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 bow. He also has markings on his face. And then also, there's different parts where like the color changes. Oh, he has cool like cloudy things on his legs. I love that. I love the stubby tail too. The stubby tail is so cute. People who use AI are the type of people to call themselves the idea guy. Oh my gosh. I know that there are people in here who take offense to that because it's like, I'm an idea guy and I don't use AI. But I do gotta say that sometimes it's like, oh man, not the idea guy. This isn't directed at anyone here, but it's more so like at work where like I have idea guys where like it's people who like, it's always the people like higher up too. It's the people that are higher up. They're like, oh Pinka, why don't you do this and this and you know, all these things, without really thinking about like the logistics of how that works. I unfortunately can't give like too many concrete examples because of like, you know, then it gets a little bit too specific. But I just get it a lot where it's like, Binka, has your program ever thought of doing this? And it's like, yeah, how much? We're gonna need a little bit more money to do that. A little bit more funding. So if you're ready to give us more funding, maybe we'll explore this wild new idea that you have thought of and definitely no one else in the world has ever thought of. We're all idea guys, Jim, but maybe not all ideas are good ideas. Yeah, I can't give too many like details, but I definitely have people at work who are like not even within my team. It's all like higher ups. It's like the supervisors that aren't even my bosses. They're like the bosses of my bosses. I think it's cool to be the idea guy if you also know what the logistics are. I think that's like a big one. If you know like what the logistics of your idea are and how to actually like execute it, that's fine. But it's more so of like, oh, I like this idea. You guys should do it. This music is so mysterious now. Twisty, hello, you got your sticker. Hello, hello. We are drawing some cute Digimon, some cute champion Digimon. We might need a finer pen for his little teefy. And then also the little markings. Because he has a lot of little markings. Is this, the Clara settlement? Ah. Oh, I remember. I remember these portions of the game. Okay. I think I accidentally made this part a little too narrow. Needs to be a little bit more fluffier. But yeah, all of this to say that I want to build more community with you guys. All of this ranting to say we're gonna have watch-alongs and read-alongs and stuff, maybe in the new year. But also I do want to get them started without necessarily having to depend on the fact that it's a new year. I feel like a lot of time, especially around this time of year, when you get like new ideas or new concepts of things, but somehow you're like, there might be that temptation to be like, oh, well, we're close to the new year anyway, so I'll start in the new year. And it's like, no, start now. Start now. Well, hit while the iron's hot, you know? Do the thing now. And I kind of like the way that my therapist actually frames it. She's usually very like, you know, we're coming on to the end of the year. What's something that, you know, we still have like this many weeks. What's something that you're thinking about doing within, before the end of the year? She frames it as like, oh, like, what do you want to do before the year ends? Instead of like, oh, what do you want to do for next year? Kind of like that. So yeah, maybe those things will start soon enough. Right, let me erase for the eye shine. Do. Oh, this is the dance, isn't it? Isn't the dance song? My boss's boss interacting with me always pisses me off for no reason. Like, don't you have emails to send? Oh yes, Clara, where nothing bad happens and everything is good forever. I'm glad I'm not the only person who like thinks of Clara and is like, oh god. Don't make something you want to do a New Year's resolution. You're statistically less likely to actually do it. Yeah, that's wonderful advice. You know what? That's a pinning. That's a paddling. That's a pinning. That's a pinnable comment right there. Yes, like if you make it into like a New Year's resolution, very likely that you're not gonna do it. And I'm not saying that like, you know, I just feel like a lot of people are like, I'm gonna wait until next year to do this, and then like it just doesn't happen. I feel like that's the whole thing with like, you know, your gym, the gym memberships. Isn't it something like gym memberships? They're like highly likely to get refunded like January 2nd or something like that, or the week after, like the second week of January. So yeah, if you have a cool idea, do it now. Or do it, you know, when you want. That's why I'm trying to get more into, like, reading. Because I did start, like, wanting to get more into reading lately. And I was like, oh, maybe I should do this more, like, in 2026. But then that little voice in my head was like, no, do it now. Okay, I'm pretty much just like adding some extra lines and then we're pretty much done skis with our cute little Cougarmon. I have been liking this thing of like doing these Digimon doodles and keeping it kind of loose. Because I do have the tendency to be a little too precious with certain parts of my art, and I just want to do less of that. I think there's a certain time and place where like being precious about your artwork is really helpful. But sometimes you just need to keep it loose. Like a caboose. It doesn't have to be perfect. Who says it has to be perfect? There we go. Cute little Cougarmon. He looks so like angry. He looks just like Gino. Okay, cool. We have Cougarmon. We have Geogreymon. We have our 2 champion levels. I'd say they don't look too bad. They don't look too bad at all. I am a little tired. I don't have to go to the office tomorrow though, so that's why we do have a stream tomorrow, and that's when I'm going to be teasing all my different books and stuff for you guys for our like reading corner, our read-alongs and stuff. So we do have a stream tomorrow, but and I don't have to wake up early tomorrow, unlike most Tuesdays and Wednesdays. But I think I will call it here so that I can get a little bit more rest. I also, oh my gosh, I still need to work on making some Christmas presents, and also just chilling. So we're going to go ahead and call it here. But we do have an end of stream tradition for those who are joining us for the first time. It is, oh yeah, there's the reference I was using. We do have our end of stream mosh pit. Wait, let me put that away so that I can get to a song. Our end of stream mosh pit. Ah! Open up the pit. So what this is I'm just going to play some music, and when you hear the music, feel free to just spam your favorite emotes. And then I'm also going to make you guys see those little like cubs that are in the water right now. Those are your avatars, your stream avatars. I'm going to make them fight each other with a chat command. There is no correlation between who spams the most emotes. Hey! Hello, Mega Bronson. You're just in time. Just in time to mosh. Oh yeah, we do have a 1-point channel redeem for a daily sticker. A little check-in. But yeah, there's no correlation between who gets the most, who spams the most emotes and who wins the mosh pit. It's RNG and it's not rigged. So with that, I did see this on my like main algorithm. The Backstreet Boys, I Want It That Way 2025 version. Are you guys down? Are you guys down for Backstreet Boys? It's not who spams the most emotes, it's about who pays Binka the most money. No, there's no money involved. There's no Binka bucks involved. But if you guys are down, let's listen. Let's cut the Final Fantasy IX music. Let's put on the Backstreet Boys music and we mosh. And of course it's vertical, by the way. Of course it's vertical. Yeah. You are my fire, the one desire. And I say I want it that way. They don't look too bad. They don't look too bad. Apart. Your heart. Say, I want it that way. Tell me why. Tell me why. Tell me why I never wanna hear you say I want it that way. Yeah. Desire. Want it that way. Tell me why. Yo, Twisty survived the mosh pit. Let's go. See, it's not rigged. It's not rigged, you guys. Tell me why I never wanna hear you say. Round 2. Fight. Dude, his outfit though. His outfit. He looks like a Jedi. Yeah. Wait, is there lyrics on here? Deep down inside of me, you are my fire, the one. This is one of the most fun songs to sing along to ever, just boy bands or girl groups in general. Yeah, I love it. Because I don't have to strain my voice at all. This is so good. Don't wanna hear you. Nothing but a mistake. Ain't nothing but a mistake. I never wanna hear you say I want it that way. Let's go, Mega Bronson. Tell me why. Tell me why I never wanna hear you say I want it that way. Dude, this is a good karaoke song. Oh my gosh. I'm adding this to the karaoke playlist. I'm really, hello. You're just in time to hear the Backstreet Boys. Never wanna hear you say want it that way, but I want it that way. You gotta have the vibrato. It's not rigged. Just because Mega Bronson is a fellow bear and his PNGTuber model was drawn by me. Oh, I do love Gohid and Cambria. Wait, why isn't it pausing? Hello? Okay, cool. Brooklyn 99 flashback. Wait, stop. Why isn't it stopping? Okay, there we go. Gohid and Cambria really wanted me to listen to that song. Alright, let's do our outro. Yeah, the Brooklyn 99. Is it new? It's a new song? Ooh, I'm gonna give it a listen. But alright guys, we're gonna go ahead and raid into Kyo the Lore Breaker. He's a fellow Randonite. He's doing some miniatures and model paintings. So yeah, we're gonna go he demands play. I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow, where I'm gonna show you guys some cool books that I have in my collection. Had a great time. Peace and love. Thank you. Alright, let's go ahead and raid into Kyo. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I hope you guys have a good morning, afternoon, and evening. And as always, I'll see you guys when I see you guys. Yes, beeplebees, Kyo. Not Sawashiro, but Kyo the Lore Breaker. Alright, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.